Welcome to Liberal 12th Man Show. I'm Liberal 12th Man, and I am going to be doing a fun little show today. I thought it'd be kind of cool to do, to kind of like basically play Dr. Frankenstein. In essence, he's alive. He's alive. We can make our own perfect football player. Kind of like, putting together the different players that you think have the best qualities that you would want in a player. And I thought it'd be kind of fun to put it together with you guys because I know you guys all have a different variety of selections when it comes. Brian, the link was sent, but I'll send it to you again. And we're going to obviously have one of our co-pilots, Brian, joining us in a few seconds here. But I am pretty excited about this episode, actually, because I've always kind of wanted to get a read on what is everyone's idea, as to what it is that you look for in a player, or what it is that you see as being their best attribute or quality. So I thought it was going to be kind of fun to do. I'm going to make sure that we can get our co-pilot there. I hope that everyone's doing well today. Can't wait to see what the player will look like. I know, that's what I'm like. That's what I was thinking too, man. Definitely thinking that, Philip. Aldrin says, "Oh man, do you want a player for a specific position or in general?" That's a great question, Aldrin. I was going to say let's do a perfect forward. As in, we were talking about this too. I was talking with Brian, and we were trying to figure out what is it that do we want to just do an all-around player, or was it that we wanted to do something of a player that was just either a forward, midfielder, defender player, something like that? I think we could just do for today's technical qualities. I was saying let's try to just do the perfect forward, since that's one of the positions that we certainly aspire to in this club, in this team. We have a couple of candidates that could maybe aspire to become that, but for right now, the El Nino, exactly, like an El Nino style player with maybe a Suarez style finish and a Neymar style ball control. Basically, that's basically what we're going to be formulating when it comes to this. And it should be interesting because I have something actually set up that should be kind of fun to do too. We got the Igor fan club president, Brian. How are you doing today?
Good evening, Dr. Frankenstein.
Yes, that's exactly what it is today. Exactly what it is.
There's always an Igor, isn't he? The guy is always called, the little guy that's always.
Oh, okay. I thought you're doing Igor from our Igor. That's what I thought you were doing. Yeah. So I know you're a fan. I know you're a fan. So that's why I thought that's what you were.
He'd actually make a good hunchback and not some kind of character. So I can see him in one of those movies.
Yeah, for sure. Oh man, big up John Conway. Big up to Dustin, Aldrin. Big up to you. Big up to Philip. Oh man, big up Redbird in this. It's gonna be definitely a lot of fun, guys. Definitely gonna be a lot of fun. I think JC or JK, excuse me, is going to be joining us. Oh, JK.
I'm liking the squares.
Yeah, you know what? I put this together. So here's what I'll show you how kind of what it's going to look like. So what it would be is it comes up as what football passing would you have? So it would be who would we have for what player will we have for passing? What player will be put for the passing category? So so that's kind of like a teaser as to why the squares exist. That's why the teasers of why the squares exist. And we'll get together on to how we're going to go through all of them, all the different little categories, because it's going to be a fun little ride with the categories as well. I mean, how we bring about the select parts and everything, like the head, and we're gonna have to go to the torso and everything else. So it should be fun. How are you doing, JK?
All good, bro. All good.
All good. All
Hope you
good.
guys too, yeah? Yeah.
Oh yes, it's good to see. I guess we could say doctor, 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 doctor. Right. Those are all gonna be doctors in the house today.
How you doing,
All right.
Brian? Everything cool, yeah, bro?
Yeah, good. I hope you wash your hands before surgery.
Oh,
Yeah,
of course.
exactly.
I wash my
Exactly.
hands before I eat, drink, anything. I gotta wash my hands, man.
Yes, certainly do. Certainly do. Um. So yeah, it should be kind of fun. All right. So what when you guys heard this, like as in what were your kind of concepts? Like as in, did you want to do like as in I wanted to just do a forward and just do it something simple as that. But there was a question of whether we are going to do a specific position or is it just a general player. I was looking more for like you guys are all cool with doing just like a positional player, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, just making sure. Just making sure. um, and let me see if I can get this to be correct here. All right, so let's rock and roll this. Let's rock and roll this. I was going to start off with passing, or we don't have to start with passing. We could go. You can pick you guys. We'll make it like this. You can pick the number. We can pick the number. I think that'd be kind of cooler. To start off with, so you never know where we're going to go with the position or what part of the body or what things such we're going to go with. So I'll leave it to I'll give Igor the first choice. What number would you like, Igor? Oh, you guys are on mute. You guys good?
All good, bro. All good.
Okay, I'll give you the first, JK. What number would you like?
5.
All right. All right, we're starting with the right foot.
Mm-hmm.
What player are we going with for his right foot? Who has the best right foot, do you think, in the game? Or you can go or we can go like we can go historic too if you like.
Yeah. I'll go Steven Gerrard, bro.
Oh wow. Okay.
Like,
Starting off big.
I've seen his
Starting off
right foot
big.
in real life, and yeah, man.
Stevie's saying Gerard too. Oh, Stevie's saying Gerard. Dustin's saying Stevie. Sorry, my fault. Go ahead though. Why would you say he has the best right foot you've ever seen? So you're saying he has the best right foot you've ever seen?
Yeah, because like I would go to games and I would see him. He's the type of guy who would have his head down, and all of a sudden he could spray it 30 yards. So when I see Trent do this sort of same thing, it sort of makes me happy, So it actually it's between him and Trent. I would give the right foot. Yeah, it's between him and Trent.
Okay.
Also,
Brian, do you have a
okay.
Do you have a Yeah, no. Also, what?
I was going to just say Beckham. He played for United, of course, but
That's a
foot.
good shout. That's a good shout. That's a very good shout. I thought that maybe that was going to be the choice by some of our English brethren here. I thought maybe because like bend it like Beckham, you know what I mean? You there, Brian? Everything. Let me double check and see. Hold on, Brian.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. Who's the best right foot that you would say in the game? Who's got the best right foot for you in the game?
I'm hoping that some of the other stuff might come up later on, but just in terms of like touch, control.
Yeah, that's on here.
Yeah. No, just mean in terms of I'm thinking out loud. So just like right foot, so I'd be thinking touch, first touch, dribbling ability, power, all of that. I'd have to say Maradona. Yeah, I'd have to say Maradona. Just he could.
Oh, that's a good shout.
Yeah,
that's a good shout.
He had everything. he could control it, but yeah. But I couldn't really think of better. I mean, you got to have something from him in there, so I'd go with his right foot.
Okay. So we got Stevie and we got Maradona. Stevie was picked by the chat too, or at least Dustin had him in the chat as well. Stevie or
I'm going with Stevie.
Maradona. It's tough to go. Those are two great names. Yeah, I know. Those are two great names, to be honest with you. Those are definitely two great names. You're gonna go Stevie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, I'm gonna be honest, like, I don't really necessarily like this player per se, but Ronaldo's got to get a shout too for that too, for his right. I mean, who do you think had a better right foot? How about this? Do you think that Ronaldo, Stevie, or Maradona had the better right foot?
So look, to me, Maradona is one of the top two
opinion?
of all time. So, yeah, for me, Maradona is one of the top two of all time.
Mm-hmm.
So he comes out on top of that list. Like first touch, I know it's a different, but if you're talking about right foot, then what do you mean by Dustin is saying first touch is a different category? If you're just talking about shooting with your right foot.
Yes, different category. I have first touch. I have I have a lot of those other qualities on here on the board as well. But
I don't think I've always.
I just meant like right foot, as in like the actual, somewhat of his right foot. He could just put it wherever he wants or do whatever he needed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, would that be Maradona then? So,
okay.
Yeah, I don't. If we're talking about all the time, Steven Gerrard would be up there for me though.
Mm-hmm. Let me see if I can bring up this one too. All right. Then it is Maradona. We're gonna go with Maradona. We can always we could save Stevie for another category. We save Stevie for another category.
That's what I'm thinking.
But I'm gonna put Stevie as the right foot. I'll put Stevie as the right foot. Yeah, there's gonna be other categories.
Yeah.
I think Maradona.
Did you see Stevie play?
But because we want to say one caveat for this. I'll explain this one part. If you pick a player, that player is for that one category. So once you pick a player, he's like, you can't say Messi's right foot or Messi's brain, Messi, you can't say all that.
Yeah, I got it. You can only pick player one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you see Gerrard playing the Legends game?
What number? No, I didn't.
Did you see the Legends game?
I didn't.
No? It was good.
I didn't see Legends game just yet. No, I didn't. I'm gonna watch it on replay. I didn't get to see it. See a lot. What number do you want, Brian?
Go with number 11.
11? Okay. So I know we're doing I know that we are doing a forward, but he's got to have a forward with a little bit of defense wouldn't be that bad. It would actually be pretty incredible to have. You have like someone like a Bobby for or something like that. We can put it under those pretenses. I don't know if we necessarily have to say, I want Virgil van Dijk's defending, obviously, something like that. But I guess we could if you want. We could say. I mean, not many forwards are going to have Virgil van Dijk's defending when it comes to that. But Brian, what defending forward would you say is the ideal player for you?
I would pick Chris Sutton because he played centre half and he played centre forward in his career, so that's the obvious choice for me.
Chris, all right. How about for you, JK? And for the chat, put your answers as well. I'll always include them.
So we go with
what kind of defending forward would you go with?
Okay,
like forward that you knew just had like defensive, like proper defensive skills.
Yep. That would be Bobby, bro.
Tevez is a good
I
shout.
mean,
Tevez is a definitely good shout. Tenacious, very tenacious.
yeah, like defender, I'm going Virgil, and then as an attacking defender, I would go Bobby Firmino.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, because I think when he dropped, he did a lot of work off the ball as well.
Okay. Yeah. Do you guys think Tevez should be possibly a shout too, or no?
Yeah, I like if you're going to go like if you're saying like when you said like when you said first it was defending, I was like, okay, I'll try. But if you're saying then you're saying which defensive forward would you have? Then
I was
wouldn't pick.
saying we could make it as a defensive forward, or you could just you could
Yeah, I'm trying to go
say
with what you said. I'm trying to
defender. I was wondering like what it would be.
Yeah,
I mean, I like the questions I have on here are.
Sorry. Excuse me.
I was going to say that the questions or the topics or categories we choose from are what footballers face. We have like footballers skill sets, skills. I have obviously the right foot, I have the left foot, brain. I have free kick ability. I'm just so you know, just so you know.
I know, but wait, hang on. Wait, what I'm just saying is like I picked the defensive bit, but then when you were saying it to JK, you said which defensive forward. That would make more sense if you are going forward. So hang on, just let me. So I'm gonna I know what we're doing. Don't worry, I know what we're doing. I know how the game is. So I'm just saying to be easier. So I tried to pick someone that played as a defender and to give their skills.
I know. Yeah, I heard you.
So if you're saying then no, let's just make it easier and which defensive forward would you pick to take their defensive game from?
Mm-hmm.
Then I would pick a different player.
Okay.
I was like you were saying. Obviously, you can't we're building a forward, so to speak. So you can't say Virgil.
Right. Exactly.
But Chris Sutton actually played forward and centre half, so I thought I'd put him in. But if you're talking purely then just which, the defensive work of a forward.
Mm-hmm.
Then
knowing how to properly position.
I know.
And also be defensive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I know. So what I'm saying, if that's what you're picking from, what you're going to say, I know what you mean. Then I would have picked either Tevez or Bobby. I get what we're doing. Don't worry, man. I know what we're doing. I'm just trying to say,
I got you.
Yeah,
no doubt.
So,
I might have a little bit of a delay. Maybe I have a little delay. I'm not sure.
You do. You have a massive delay. I would change it to Tevez. I know what JK. I think JK is just going to pick all Liverpool players by the looks of it. So I think Tevez was not fucking Tevez, not Tevez. But I mean, I had him in my head. He worked harder than a lot. Rooney was a brilliant hard defensive forward. He worked. Jesus, man, he was one of the best at that. He did it so Ronaldo could go and play, and he worked back. Anything Bobby did. So I put Rooney in there because you'd have to put him in a defensive, a forward that had that defensive capability. Rooney would definitely be up there.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's a real good shout. By the way, okay. Okay, so I'm putting down the answers too. That's why I'm trying to make sure I get them all in here. So I'll change your answer to Rooney. I'll still put down this too. Okay, so Bobby Firmino's was JK's, and Rooney's was yours, and I'll put chats as Tevez, because they went with Stevie G as well. I'm gonna put down everyone's gonna be able to get their own little slab of slab to put their to construct their player here. Okay. Bobby's a shout, Rooney's a shout, Tevez is a shout. Let's see.
Who you going for?
Put this here. I was going to possibly go with Bobby's a strong shout. Bobby's a strong shout. I originally said I mentioned Tevez as being like a shout too. Maybe Benzema, maybe.
Yeah, someone else that did a lot of donkey work for Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Yeah. And guys who sort of defended corners well, attacking strikers who dropped back on corners and defended it well, like Dion Dublin.
Dublin
Who
played
else
centre
for
half
us?
as well. He was another guy that did that. He was another guy that did what Sutton did. He played centre half.
Okay.
Yeah, he played centre half and he played forward. Don't get that anymore. There was three of them.
Yeah.
Paul Warhurst. Remember Paul Warhurst?
Mm-hmm.
Or Bolton. He played centre half and striker. Sutton did it. Dion Dublin did it. That's like, imagine someone doing that today. Like, not just in a one-off game kind of thing. You see him throwing the defender on front, but actually, like, being a striker and then at the age of like 27, just starting to play as a central defender.
That's the same as like when you see a centre back going up and he's attacking and he can't even kick the ball right, You can start when Joe Gomez is attacking, he's very comfortable with the ball. And it's like sometimes like you get centre halves, they're in front of the goal and they spoon it, they can't get their feet right. It's like they never played sort of attacking when they were younger and that.
Yeah, it's like they've never seen a ball before in front of goal.
Yeah, it's funny, man. It's funny.
Exactly. Yep. All right, so we have right foot and we have defending out of the way. Again, I'll give you what the cards will have behind them so that it's not a complete, surprise. Footballer's pace, footballer's skill, footballer's right foot, footballer's left foot, football brain, free kick ability, physique, like actual body shape, footballer's defending, which we just did. We have passing, we have stamina, we have heading ability, penalty taking, footballers even have celebration, tackling, finishing, shooting, leadership, and professionalism. Okay, those are the categories, just so you know.
That's cool.
So just so you know, I should have said that earlier. I'm sorry for not putting it out there earlier. What was that?
I like surprises.
Yeah. You still don't know where they are. I'm just saying those are all the choices that can be made. So I'll give this one to the chat. What number does the chat want to do? And we'll tackle whatever number the chat says. If you just put a random number, you see what cards are left out there on the board. What number does the chat want to take on?
The way you were saying that there's okay, 14. Yeah, go ahead, 14.
We'll do 14 and then we'll do 7. We'll do 14 and then we'll do 7 after. All right. Go ahead. Ask your question though before I click it. What did you want to say?
Did you say there was one for shooting and one for finishing?
Let's see. Ability, left foot, wood, passing, heading, penalty, stamina, finishing, tackling. Shooting. Yes, shooting would be like
Like that free kick.
Like being able to take like shots from outside the box, that kind of shooting. That's what I mean by shooting.
So long shots.
Long shots, right? Long shots.
I didn't hear free kicks. Do you have one for
free kicks? Is on here too. Yeah, I have free kicks as well.
Okay, that's good. Okay, that's all.
Yep. Free kick ability. I have penalty taking ability.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to 14. Is there I don't know if I have ball retention. Should have ball retention. Or we'll find out. We'll find out. Okay. Let's see. 14. 14 is okay. This is cool one. Who's got the best celebration that you'd want to have with our player?
Celebration. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, we're gonna make it a forward. He's gonna be the perfect forward. He's gonna be scoring a lot of goals. So we want someone that knows how to party. Who's got the best celebrations out there that you would take?
That's a good question.
You want to go first, JK? You want to go first, JK? Or
okay,
yeah,
I can go first.
I was doing the stirrage yesterday,
bro. That's what came to my head straight away when you doing that little dance move.
Yeah, I was doing the
we got
stirrage.
Sturridge in there. Do you remember Paolo Rossi for Italy?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I liked his sort of passion when he scored. He was like, that was a good. I think that celebration is for me up there.
Right. Crouch used to do it
Bobby's-
too. Actually, Crouch used to do the same similar, very Sturridge style. He used to do like the robot. Remember when he did the robot?
Then we've got Bobby's kick as well. You know, the karate kick that Bobby used to do.
I think Bobby's is a good. I mean, like, I don't know if I want to use Bobby for this as this to be his category that he gets in on, but Bobby is a strong candidate for celebrations. He used to have some of the best celebrations. Though, yeah, the
I'm
one
gonna
eye,
go with
karate
I'll go with
kick.
Sturridge, bro.
He did the shooters.
There's some good ones in there. So
yeah. I mean, you could go with. I mean, maybe you could go with just Trent, who's just cold, when he just tells everyone to hush.
He's going with Sturridge.
I'm gonna go with Sturridge.
He's going with Sturridge. Okay. Okay.
Because I have to pick all Liverpool players.
You don't have to pick Liverpool players. You know that.
I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it loyal.
There you go. You can pick anyone. You can pick anyone you like. To the chat. Who would you guys pick for? Who would you pick, Brian, for your celebrator celebration times?
Yeah, I would go with Tino Asprilla.
Oh wow.
He was one of the first to do the somersaults and all of that. So he was always like doing backflips and somersaults and stuff. So him I'd stay with him. There's a couple of guys that used to do that stuff. They were all kind of copying each other, but he's the one that I remember doing it the best.
Okay. I think of who would be in this category. Who else would be? Because I think I'm gonna have. I don't want to use Bobby as my pick, but I think I might have to use Bobby. Who's the chat going with? Crouch's a good choice.
Wow, that's a matter of opinion on that one.
I liked him when he did the robot. I thought it was all, and it was like a unique, like it was.
Yeah, when he did it one.
Yeah, it's okay.
Then he was on TV doing it every 3 days for about a year.
I got you. You got tired of it, basically.
Oh, every time they pointed the camera at him, he had to do it.
Yeah.
But even
definitely
we even got Gerrard's kissing the camera goal celebration. I think that's sort of unique as well.
Yeah.
He's too good for that one though.
He's gone apparently. He's taken, I think. He got the right foot.
Who's that?
So Gerrard's gone.
Oh yeah, you got him on your right foot. Yeah, you got him on your right foot. So I don't know.
I mean, Bobby. The way Bobby used, I'm not changing my vote, but I'm just talking while you're doing whatever you're doing. The way Bobby used to imitate other people's celebrations was funny. Yeah, that's what I liked about Bobby, was he'd always do this kind of slightly shit version of someone else's signature celebration. That's what I thought was really good about him. Iconic ones, Roger Milla at the World Cup, dancing with the corner flag.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But
I mean, like, if you want to go, I was gonna say you could say Robbie Fowler too, but
yeah, put him in there. You know who never
You're good,
knew?
man.
Which player never knew how to celebrate from one of our old players? He never knew how to celebrate a goal, even though he scored some crazy important goals. He never knew how to celebrate them.
When you say
Origi.
old, oh right, yeah. Origi, okay. You say old players, I'm thinking 90s or something.
Yeah, but Origi, bro, anytime he scored a goal, he never knew what to do. He was just like, okay. Too funny.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
didn't have something
yeah,
called it,
yeah.
did he? He was almost like, I like that when guys don't know what to do and then they just end up getting mobbed. It's more
Yeah.
natural, like loads of people just mob him.
It was weird. It was like he was shy, you know. He's playing in front of like 50, 40 odd thousand people at Anfield. And then all of a sudden he gets shy when he scores a goal.
Yeah.
Funny.
Yeah, yeah.
Just watch the Barcelona game when he got the fourth. Just watch him there. That's the Origi in a nutshell.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. I put a list of actually some of my answers. That's what I was trying to pull up here for you. I had some of them were from like the World Cup celebrations. So I mean, they don't necessarily. I guess you could say they don't necessarily have to have scored in the actual, in club play. But I had Bebeto, Brazilian, when he used to do the Rock the Baby. I don't know if you remember that.
Bebeto,
No?
yeah.
1994.
With Romario, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Who else did I have? I had Roger Mila from Cameroon. Again, these are some older ones because that was like 1990 when he did it, the World Cup celebration he had.
He was my second shout.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. Said it there a minute ago. He was my guy for the second.
Cantona could get in there too. Eric Cantona. I know everyone hates that and we already said Rooney. So I mean, there's no bias against the Red Devils here, I guess.
Yeah, but Cantona was one player I didn't really mind. I respected his game. I liked the style, the way he was just like he was a footballer, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about Dion Dublin earlier on.
Mm-hmm.
They only signed him because Dion Dublin broke his leg. The only reason they signed him. Dion Dublin never broke his leg. They never broke signed him that year.
I never got to see. I haven't seen Dustin. Apparently, I never saw Jurgen's celebration at, when he scored. I guess Jurgen was oh, have you seen it?
Just imagine Jurgen Klopp scoring a goal, and you won't be far off the way he'd celebrate. He'd celebrate in the way you'd imagine, running.
And that exactly.
Pretty much,
yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's muddy, yeah. Actually, you know what? It's like we always say, footballers don't become good managers, you know. But Jurgen Klopp is actually one of them who actually did. He wasn't a top player. Don't get me wrong. He was okay, you know. But
yeah,
as a manager, like Pep Guardiola, also good player, top manager as well.
Yes, it was a Redbird. By the way, it was. He was the one that ended up running and doing a flying kick into the stands. Okay, so looks like I'm gonna put Crouch for the chat. I was going to go with. I'm gonna have to go with Bobby. Actually, I love Bobby celebrations. To be honest with you, I like the fact that Bobby sometimes. I like it, don't like it. But I mean, I used to like it when there's a couple of times I thought Bobby was going to actually end up kicking one of the players with one of his line kicks.
Yeah, like mistime it.
Sometimes I'm just like, you see him coming out with his like crazy kung fu kick, and I'm just like, whoa! All you need is like someone turning around and not seeing it. Like, I would have maybe, this would have been obviously a little bit of bias towards Liverpool, but I would have even gone. One of the best celebrations was was still in my day is Naby's celebration after he scored the goal. And he just gave that stank face.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That was honestly one of the best celebrations.
That's the best thing.
One of the few
us.
that stand out. That's like it's not even a celebration. It's more like it's like a goal reaction, I guess you could say, less than a celebration.
It was cool, actually.
All right, so
quick question, Brian, or the chat, even
Mm-hmm.
you 12 man, do you know what was said to Cantona for him to actually do what he did? Do you know, Brian, or the chat even? I'd love to know what that guy actually said to Cantona for him to actually just do that. Must have been bad, I think.
I've heard it. I've heard it plenty of times before. It was. It was. Yeah, it wasn't a particular. It was. It was like a kind of how to say this. Like F your your closest relative and F back to France. Kind of. It was that kind of thing. It was kind of what you'd expect. It wasn't any kind of specific thing, but it was
family related. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, not something I'd want to repeat on here, but I can't remember exactly what it was. But it wasn't anything. It wasn't anything as poetic as Cantona would come out with later on. You know what I mean? It was just crap. But he just flipped his lid. But whatever exactly. But I think it was the fact that your man was kind of screaming and pointing at him and all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was the whole kind of thing, and he's getting walked. But yeah, that was. I mean, I've seen some stuff on a football pitch, but that is up there. Of all the things to see in a match, that I don't think I'll ever see anything like that again.
Yeah, I've never seen that ever again. I think
absolutely insane.
But as just been said, it was worth the kick. Whatever that guy said, it was worth the kick. I can just imagine it was something bad anyway. Yeah.
Here's your answer. Redbird has your answer there for you, for what was said.
That was when United used to sing that song. Used to wind me up though.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. So I have Crouch as being the chat's answer.
You said you were going Bobby, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Bobby.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah.
And I think you said number 7 was up next, and then I'll.
Yes, 7. Yep. Here's footballer's free kick ability. What would be the I thought you said Crouch, guys. I can put Sturridge in there. I don't want to put Sturridge in there, but go ahead. We're on free kick ability. Who would you have as free kick ability?
JK.
Or JK, you want to go first?
Yeah, I would probably go with. I've got two guys: Roberto Carlos or David Beckham.
I like Beckham. Yeah.
Yeah, Beckham on the ball was quality.
Yeah, he was.
Like dead ball situations, he was up there. It's between him and Roberto Carlos. Oh, I'm going with Beckham. I'll go with Beckham.
Beckham? Okay. Who would you like? Brian?
Not me. I don't know why people are.
I have an answer. You might steal my answer. I think you're about to steal my answer, but go ahead.
No, I don't know why people are putting Stevie G in that conversation. That's crazy.
Oh, why? Okay.
Obvious answer: best free kick taker of all time, Juninho Pernambucano.
Okay.
Yeah, Art for Life said it there. Juninho, best free kick taker of all time.
Who said that? Who got it in there? Who got the answer in there? Same one as you?
Arsenal for life.
Arsenal for life says Beckham or Juninho. Who'd you say?
Yeah. Who did I say?
Did you say you had the answers? Did someone in the chat have the same answer as you, Brian?
Am I on mute?
No, you're good.
No?
Can you hear me?
No.
Yeah.
No, okay, I'll say it again. I've said it. Juninho Pernambucano. Juninho.
Okay.
Best free kick taker in the world. Number one, no doubt. There's no conversation.
I mean,
even Jared is still laughing at that.
I was gonna go Pirlo, but that's cool.
Yeah, Pirlo's a free kick taker, yeah.
Gerrard could score free kicks though, as well.
Yeah, he could.
Yeah.
But he's not in
He could do everything, Gerrard needy.
Yeah, but if you're talking about like greatest free kick takers of the last, that we can pick from, I mean, yeah, there's 10 more before you get to Jared for me. That he had a good strike on him, but just watch Juninho Pernambucano free kicks on YouTube. It's like something from a different planet, man.
Okay. Put that in there. Who are you? Okay, and then who'd you go with? JK again? To make sure you had.
I went Beckham, yeah.
Becky.
Don't forget, people in the chat, we can only pick a player once, so Stevie G is gone.
You can only pick him once, right? Exactly as he just said.
Yeah.
You can only pick him once. So once you pick him, it is You can't go back to the reserve tank or to the tank, I guess we say that. So you have Jorginho. You had Beckham.
Coutinho was always had some good free kicks in him.
There's another guy as well that'll be up
Zico was good too.
Zico is definitely up there. Zico without doubt is up there. Marco Asensio, that was at Sevilla. He was an unbelievable. Him and Pernambucano.
Pele was good. Pele was good too. Pele was really good.
Thing is,
but I mean, I don't know if we want to leave Pele for later on. If you want, maybe that's why people haven't said Pele. Obviously, Messi could be in there. Maradona was a good. I know you already used Maradona, but Maradona was really good at free kicks as well.
Yeah. There's Sinisa Mihajlovic that was at Roma and Sampdoria. He's an unbelievable free kick there. He didn't score as much. This is what I'm saying. All these guys, and I know what I'm talking about on this one. I do know what I'm talking about. And in my opinion, everybody can have their own best, but even when we talk about all those players, having watched plenty of stuff of these players, in my opinion, Juninho is still the best. That's how good that guy was.
No, you're right.
Bend the ball twice in the same free kick from.
I think isn't he the all-time free kick scorer? I think, right?
I think he has 47 direct from there's that other guy Rogério Ceni who scored free kicks. Played for Brazil. Played a lot. He scored ridiculous number of goals because he took free kicks and penalties. He was a great free kick taker as well. But Juninho could do things from 40 yards that some guys couldn't do from 30 yards. Power, the whole lot. So yeah, him for me all day. But another one that his technique. I mean, they don't actually score that many goals. These guys, but Dimitri Payet in the Premier League, he scored two of the best free kicks I've ever seen. He scored one against QPR, I think it was. He scored a free kick. Yeah, Chilavert was set piece as well, but Ceni has the record. That guy's crazy. But Payet, his free kick technique was crazy. Zola too, So that's what I'm saying. Why Jared, Jared wouldn't even get into my top 10 because there's so many guys out there that are just unbelievable free kick taking. Jake was right. Coutinho.
I'm sure so.
Yeah, there's a lot of these guys, but I don't
know. was dirty with some free kicks. He was dirty with his free kicks. He was filthy.
He was good.
He has some really, really incredible shots.
The one against Arsenal.
Trent got a shot in there.
That's the thing about Trent.
Here's another shout. Keep it real. Keep it real gives a shout right here. Go ahead.
The guy that isn't getting mentioned, that's actually probably the best in the world at the moment, is James Ward-Prowse from direct free kicks. He scored more than anybody.
Oh, there's a shout.
Oh, you
Here's
see
an
that
off the
guy?
wall shout.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's not even.
Oh no, you're right. No, you're absolutely right.
Yeah. I was watching a video the other day, right, and it was about certain players, and one bit in it, there was a guy talking about free kicks, and he did an interview with a guy that worked at Brentford. I think it was either Brentford or Arsenal, and his job basically was to teach people taking free kicks, different things, about striking, ball technique, and stuff like that. And he said the two best ever, all time, were Juninho and Asuncao at Sevilla, and the best in the world. Now this video is about maybe 8 months old, but he said at the moment, technically the best in the world is James Ward-Prowse. His technique is, there's no one in the world.
That's high praise.
That is seriously high praise. Like, this guy, he's like the ultimate free kick nerd. It's his freaking job, like. And he's like, this guy is, no one can do it what he can do technique wise. So yeah, he gets overlooked for a lot of stuff.
Okay, so I'll put them in there for you. All right, let's get it. Whoops. Let's put this in there as an answer. So as we're going with it is Jorginho, Beckham. I put Ward-Prowse for the chat. I saw Ward-Prowse shout there. Roberto Carlos. It's a good shout.
I've jotted my choices down. Yeah.
And I'm still gonna stay. I know that he doesn't get as much praise or recognition, but I thought Pirlo was cold with his free kicks. I thought he was an absolute precisionist. This is all personal preference. You know, we're all making our own guy here on Frankenstein. All right, so let's get back to it. I'm gonna choose this time. I'll go with, since we're doing 9 forwards, I'll do number 9. All right. Which footballer brain would you use? Brain. Like football IQ. This is dealing with, like, obviously football IQ.
Yeah. We got it. Don't need the long explanation. Andy is explaining it quite nicely there. I think I'm going to rob you. See, I'd be thinking it instantly. Sorry, do you want me to go first?
Yeah, you can go first, Brian. Go ahead.
I'd be thinking your guy, Pirlo, you know? He was
Pirlo? He was brilliant.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think out loud here for a minute. A couple of the few that pop into my head, because I've only just seen this, so give me a sec. The first thing I say isn't
Okay.
So,
Keep It Real says Trent, Messi, Pirlo, Xavi. Arsenal for life says Bergkamp. Excuse me. Philip says Bobby. Dustin says either Virgil or Iniesta. Some good choices there. Some very good choices.
Yeah, I'm going to go with I'm going to go for Pirlo, Xavi, or Beckenbauer. I'll go with, because he has no chance of getting in, I'll go with Beckenbauer. That guy was one of the most complete footballers of all time, one of the best centre halves of all time, and one of the best centre midfielders of all time. So could read the game from back to front, ran the game, won absolutely everything there is to win. So if you're talking about that kind of intelligence, football IQ, someone that can do all that and do it at like the highest level, win European Cups, win World Cup, and then become a World Cup winning manager and win the European Cup as a manager, I think win Bundesligas. So that's IQ through the roof. So I'd be putting him in there.
Okay. JK? I was just laughing, by the way, by Andy's answer. Some people might have something to say about that. I don't know if everyone agrees with that one or not. Not saying that he's not a smart player.
Michael Owens. Yeah, the slightly less talented cousin of Michael Owens.
Yeah, exactly. yeah.
Jesse's cousin.
Jesse Cohen. Yeah, Jesse Owens' cousin. Yeah.
Like with the football brain,
Mm-hmm.
it's a guy who knows what he's doing on the football pitch. So, like you've got, for me, like Messi is up there. Even Gundogan's up there. Like for me, Gundogan last season at Man City, he's not really the fastest guy, Gundogan, or even the toughest. But football IQ, he's up there. Lothar Matthäus from Germany, Beckenbauer, what Brian said, also a top choice. I'll go with
Seedorf was a shout.
Yeah, also,
you don't want to use up your Messi pick on IQ. But
the thing is, with Messi IQ, he's a he's a winner.
You can only pick him once, so if you want him for something else, you can't have him for his.
I'll go Lothar Matthäus then, bro, from Germany.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, Lothar Matthäus.
Oh, actually, let me think of just said someone that I didn't think of. Did you guys get a read on who the chat's saying? I didn't really get. There's a lot of names in there. That's what everyone's just throwing out crazy names. I'm trying to get like a consensus.
No, they're all
Bobby
very
got a
different.
shout. Yeah, they're all different, right? Everyone's got a different. Ooh, keep it real. I like that shout, by the way. I like that shout. I might be using Thiago for something else though. It's definitely not physique. Not not ability to stay uninjured or something. But
yeah, a hip takes a year, bro. I think that's what the fans weren't really told. A hip always takes about a year to get sorted.
Xavi was a good shout.
Iniesta,
I think Clarence Seedorf is a good shout, I think, or at least I would think. Busquets was always a smart player.
Rodri, Roy Keane. I think DMs and centre backs are, them type of guys.
Iniesta is a shout too. Iniesta was really very intelligent. Who also was a really really smart player was the Red Devil. I'm gonna blank on his name now. I wrote it down. I'm looking for it. Well, also real quick too. You did say when you said he's not German, but I was thinking also by your choice when you say Luka Modric could be there too. He's a really smart, intelligent player.
He's all right. Yeah, I'm shout.
Yep.
Let's see. Trying to think of who I have him on my list. I had Gerard Piqué as a shout, maybe.
Yeah, all of those Barca guys from that top Barca team, most of them anyway, were.
I don't want to necessarily. How about Juan Mata? No.
Yeah.
No takers.
True. Yeah. Good.
No takers.
I got my shout anyway, but yeah,
Mata should have been in that thing you did yesterday about the most hated. Mata, he wasn't even mentioned.
No, he wasn't.
Oh, Mata, how did we forget about him?
He wasn't even mentioned. David Silva was a great shout. That's someone I had on my list as well. By the way, keep it real. I had as in Modric's a good shout. Silva was a good shout. I'm gonna go with.
Winner at the moment.
There's no clear winner. There's really no clear winner. I'm going to go with I'll go with Modric. I'll go with Luka. Again, I don't know who should we put who should we put for the chat here? They've said about like 22 different names at least. So
Xavi was the one I saw mentioned a few times.
The most.
Just put Xavi. Yeah.
Okay, I'll put Xavi. Okay. Let's move it on then. So yeah, Xavi for the chat. And I'm gonna put Luka for my answer. Where are we going to next, Brian? You get the next choice.
Number 9. Oh, we did number 9. Number 9 is gone.
Number 9. Yeah.
Number 16.
Okay. Footballer's pace. Footballer's pace. To be honest with you, the player that's in the screen is or in the GIF is certainly a good player to have. Alphonso Davies is pretty incredible.
Yeah.
But who would be your player for pace? Absolute pace.
Gotta be Adama Traore, hasn't it? Baby oil kid.
Baby oil kid. That's a good shout. That's a good shout.
Grease him up and let him go. That guy is just dick. So yeah, I'd go with Adama Traore.
Okay.
If you're quicker than him, let me know. I reckon. I know Walker's quick. Quick. Oh yeah, but he's the first one I think of. Yeah, gotta be Adama.
Okay. Dustin's going Darwin. He said F it, I'm going Darwin. Phillips going Darwin. Okay. All right. What's funny about it is Darwin is not the fastest player on our team.
Yeah, you've got players who are quick over 5 yards, and then you've got players who are quick over 20 yards.
Yeah.
Adama is one of those guys that he can beat you from a standing start, and he beat you in like a 400-meter race.
Right. There's speed. There's acceleration. Yeah. I know what you mean.
Just like someone like Romario, famous, like wasn't quick but over 5 yards. Just real quick acceleration, but couldn't keep, couldn't outlast a bigger player. Who else is? Mbappe's bloody quick as well.
Mbappe's very fast. But Traore is Traore's a beast. But who would you have? Walcott? Oh, Arsenal for life has Walcott. That's an interesting show. Who would you have, JK?
I always said Adama Traore. I wish he came to Liverpool. I think Klopp would have sort of fixed him, I think he's always got quality. Like he's playing he's on the Fulham subs bench nowadays, He went back to Barcelona as well. I think his pace or Mbappe. I'll go with Mbappe, bro. Yeah.
Okay. Mbappe. Oops. Okay, put these right in here. All right, so I got Traore for Brian. I put down, there's a lot of shouts, but I think the consensus by the chat was for Darwin Nunez. I don't want to use my Mbappe just yet. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go El Nino actually for my pace. Go Fernando. All right. Let's go with your choice, JK, for next card. Yeah, 18-year-old Michael Allen was rapid, pretty rapid.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it real.
I'll
Dropping
go
some
with
very, very fast players.
I'll go number one.
Go ahead. Number one it is. Passing. I'll go first on this one, and just say
Hello.
I'm going to go with. I'll go first with this one and say, even though he was a Liverpool fan, but he doesn't play for Liverpool. He does play for a team that Liverpool hates. I'll go with KDB for my passer. Ozil was an amazing passer too. Obviously, I'm sure he's going to get shouts. JK, since you picked the number, would you like to pick your player?
What it was, the best pass I've ever seen with my own two eyes is Gerrard, but I've already got Gerrard as my right foot. So, passing wise, I'll go Iniesta, bro.
Fabregas, that's a good shout too. You going
even Rodri's. I think Rodri's also a good choice because, like, I look at the stats. Rodri's got the most passes in the Premier League, and he's normally bang on with his passing. But that's the thing. Yeah, I'll go Rodri passing. Yeah.
Okay. Brian?
Yeah, I would. Just been thinking there while JK was talking. He started off well. He ended up in some strange places. Rodri, I didn't know you're such a Rodri fan. This is like the third time you mentioned him tonight.
No, you know what it is with Rodri, bro? When he's missing for Man City, they are 50% more of a chance beating them. I think when he's playing, they're very hard to beat. I just feel that. That's why I big up the guy. You know, I don't even really like him. But, yeah, he's up there.
Yeah, he's a pep player. He's a pep player. Pass all day.
He's up there. Yeah. I'm surprised Ozil's not isn't getting a shoot.
Yeah, I would, if you were talking about best passing. Yeah, let me think for a second. I will go with Riquelme. I'll go with Riquelme.
Okay.
Best passing. Yeah.
Okay. Good shout. Oops, this.
I'm surprised Alonso isn't getting mentioned.
There might be other categories coming up.
But who do you want as the new manager for your team?
Don't ask Quasi, whatever you do.
Who do we see as being the consensus for the chat's answer? For passing, there was Fabregas was in there, Iniesta was in there, Beckham was in there, Gary Mack,
A couple of KDBs.
Henry's a good Henry. Yeah, Henry could was a good passer. He certainly was. He developed into yeah.
You have everyone in the world ever to pick from. So Gary Mack.
It's an interesting choice. Yeah.
Yeah, I think like Iniesta and Xavi, they're the
output. It looks like yeah.
You know what? I have to go Iniesta. You know, for myself.
If you're just
I'll take it from Rodri.
What'd you say?
I mean, you can pick anyone. Rodri can pass the ball, all right? You can pick anyone.
Yeah, I think Iniesta, bro.
Player.
Yeah. Iniesta for me.
Yeah. All right.
That's more like
Let's
That's more
move on. Let's move on.
Yeah, that's more like it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's see what who had last pick? Who had last pick?
That was me. Yep.
Okay.
JK picked the last one.
Brian, did you pick? You picked before him, right? So
Must be chat or you?
yeah, chat. Throw out a number here. Chat. Throw out a number that's left that you guys want to flip over the card to see what we have next. First number that pops up is the number we'll go with. So drum roll. Let's get a drum roll. Right.
There we go. Number 8.
Number 8. Okay. I feel like what is it? What's the game show with the suitcases? You know, like you know what I'm talking about? You know, like oh man. Penalty taking ability. Which footballer's penalty taking ability would you do?
Okay.
There we go now.
Which one of you gentlemen would like to go first? Brian or JK?
Brian can go first.
Oh crap. There was great penalties. A lot of people great penalties. I would go. I go with Pirlo.
Are you gonna go Pirlo?
Yeah, that Panenka he took. Excuse me. Was in the World Cup final or in a World Cup.
Okay.
Yeah, do you remember it was in the Euros or World Cup final? He had a penalty kick and he just Panenka it. He like Pirlo when he was in his 30s and he was just cold as ice. Unbelievable penalty kick. There's someone else who I oh yeah, what am I talking about? Oh yeah, no, Matt Letizia. Oh, hang on, no, sorry, scratch that.
Okay. All right.
No, go back to Pirlo.
Pirlo. All right.
Yeah.
I'm typing it in. Okay.
Yeah, that's one. That's locked in. That's fine.
This is locked in. That's your final. Okay. Oh, Zidane. Zidane was definitely Raul. Some good shouts. Who we'll go to 13 after this, Redbird. I got your shout. Go ahead, JK.
I would go with Lewandowski. He's got nearly a 90% penalty rate, so he's pretty good.
Lewandowski. Yeah, Lewandowski. Interesting. Who's the chat going with here? I've seen 3 different names thrown out there, but we need like a consensus chat. How come you didn't go with Letizia? Letizia, I guess. Is that how you pronounce it?
No, Letizia.
Southampton legend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Letizia. He's got it weird and he doesn't like Liverpool.
Got you. That's why you didn't go with him. I got you. Good choice, Dan.
One of my favorite players of all time growing up. So just to go like that guy used to score there was a time for about 2 years for every couple of months he was scoring a goal of the season contender. It felt like you know what I mean. But he was some of the goals he scored like something from a computer game. Absolutely ridiculous. But I think he only ever missed 1 or 2. Like he took penalties his entire career. I think he only ever missed 2 or he was pretty good, but he turned into a right weirdo afterwards and started slagging Liverpool off a lot. I didn't realise, but yeah, he has it. He really doesn't like Liverpool apparently. So
a couple of names I have on my list here. One of them I want to use for another choice. But I had, I mean, this was, if there was any time you guys could have said a player that was a really, really talented PK taker, that this would have been the Stevie G category that you probably could have used them in, because Stevie G was a good PK taker too, in my opinion.
I don't know what a PK is, but I know he's a good penalty taker.
PK is like penalty kick taker.
I
didn't know. You said not to. You said not. Yeah. Spot kick taker. How about that?
Penalty taker.
Penalty taker.
Mario
right.
With a pen.
That is a good shout.
Are we getting one from? I don't think the chat is actually.
The chat's just naming names. I'm trying to. I wish I could get like a kind of a. I'm looking for a consensus, like at least two votes for the same player.
You're going to have to appoint someone from the chat as the captain for the night.
As captain for the night? Okay.
I think whoever was first in. I think that was check who was first in.
I had Alessandro Del Piero. Totti too. Totti was really good for Roma.
Haaland as well.
No, following that guy. Anyway,
but he's got good
I'm gonna go with someone that's out of left field a little bit. So, I'll go with Zlatan. I'm gonna go with Zlatan.
Okay,
who's the chat? Who do we have?
I'm going to give it to Keep It Real. So
Keep It Real with
he's going with Mario.
Yeah, I saw that there's two votes from Mario. Okay. Cool. We got our penalty kick taker.
Yeah, just make Keep It Real captain. Redbird
penalty taker.
I'd have to change. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's go with we said 13.
I think Justin wants to change his football brain to Xavi. Mm-hmm.
I have it as Xavi. I already have it as Xavi.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. All right, football professionalism. Like actual, yeah.
Okay.
Who would you have as the ultimate PR guy for that kind of like player that is.
Oh, hang on now. You're saying PR.
Fill up with the shout.
Yeah,
I like it.
He twisted it there.
Yes.
Yeah. No, PR. No, when you say professionalism, I think you mean like being a proper, like being a football professional. But like when you say PR, you mean you want me to include people who are good in the media and stuff.
Professionalism also. I think professionalism has that. Like as in you can represent the. You're the one that's going to be like the face of the team type thing. That's what I meant. That's at least my conception of what or at least a quality of professionalism. Yeah,
how they carry themselves off the pitch, how they conduct themselves off the pitch.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Like you would say, oh, that's the ultimate professional right there. Like look at how he handles himself so well with in the press. He handles himself well with fans. He handles himself so well with just taking care of his body, commitment to the game. I mean, like Phillips' choice of Milner is a solid choice.
Well, that's the kind of thing you're thinking of. Yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead, JK. Who was you going to say?
I'm just trying to think about this one. Are the future categories got defending and stuff like that in there?
Yes, some of those are still in there. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, then I'll go with Kenny Dalglish.
Oh wow! All right, taking an ultimate legend. Go ahead, Brian.
You know, like this is gonna make me sound like an idiot, but I'm trying to think of someone like if it was just about how they kind of looked after themselves and all of that, there'd be a couple of them. Maybe the way, but like your man sitting there, like I wouldn't exactly, be calling him a role model or anything. And a lot of them, they're not great. But I would say putting more weight on the just being the ultimate pro. I would say Stanley Matthews because he played what he played. His career was he played over 26 years. He played until he was 50. He was playing in the 50s, and he was one of the first players ever to become a vegan. Like he was a vegan when people in England didn't know what a vegan was. He was a teetotaler. He didn't drink when nobody knew what not drinking was, and he managed to, play 13 years at one club, 16 years at another, something crazy. And one of the like Pele described him as the man who taught the world how to play football because he was also one of the best wingers of all time. Like he was like a Ronaldo of his day. He was that type of footballer. The Brazilian players that came up against him, those great teams, they all said, you know, this guy is one of the best of all time, and he managed to play till he was 50 because of the way he lived his life, because of how professional he was, the way he dedicated himself to training, like this, all that stuff that you see today. He was doing it on his own. He was going off the beaches, and running with tires, and making up his own routines because they were just going to the pub after the match or whatever. Like a bit of light training, basic stuff. He was light years ahead of his time in terms of how to live your life. Like there's a couple other guys. The more I know, they won't like Red Bar. I know, but there's a couple of other modern guys that I have in mind, but I might want to use them for a different thing. So I think like basically as a shout for the older, like I don't even like. Don't get me wrong, I haven't seen him play. I just know all about the guy from what I've read, and like that he basically like you're talking about the ultimate pro back then. Like I said, being a vegan when that wasn't even a word. Like you'd have to explain what a vegan meant to people. So play till you're 50. So I think I'd go with that, and I'm sure he was really good off the pitch and all of that. He was probably great. There's no bad stories about him. He's very popular, so lived his life the right way. So I'm sure he covers all the bases that way. So I'll go with Stan Matthews.
Okay.
I think Josh with
It
Milner.
looks like everyone's going. I'm gonna go with James Milner. I think I think that James Milner for me like is the ultimate professional in that he somehow is able to relate to the young players despite being at a more advanced age. He's able to be seen as a teammate, but yet still at the same time be looked at and revered as being, a father figure in the locker rooms, or even as a just, whether it comes to the sheer fact of how he's maintained. Because a lot of those older players, just like you said too, I mean, like when you're talking about Sir Stanley, like that era was difficult for a lot of players because like I know Stevie Nichols talks about it, for instance, and how like, you just drinking was so prevalent, there were like as in drinking, smoking cigarettes in some aspects, of the game, like, was like an acceptable practice.
And imagine like back then, one knee injury and you were finished. Like they didn't have the medical science that they had the stuff that they can fix today. Back then, that would end your career.
Yeah.
You know, all those rebuilding people's knees and ankles, all that stuff. They couldn't, like, you got a bad injury back then. That was it. You were finished, whether you're 21 or 31. So to play for
Yeah.
that long, these guys, you
Yeah.
have to have luck, obviously, not to just some reckless idiot just come along and break your leg and end your career.
Yeah.
They had to get lucky as well with that, you know, not to get an injury, because the medical science is pretty basic.
Yeah. Yeah. It
You know, that's
was.
what the
It
kids
was.
these days. They have that advantage: the training facilities, the pitches, the sports science behind them. You know, but even now, it's for someone to make 34, 35 at the top, like even the Milners, the Lanas, it still has a ceiling. But yeah, Millie, I think there's a lot of great, since Glock come in.
Yeah.
There's been a hell of a lot of top pros at our club. Really
Yeah.
top
Yeah.
pros.
Mm-hmm.
And I get that too. I understand what you're saying too. By the way, Redbird goes on to say, it all depends how old you are. Millie was a great king, but King Kenny was mega. Look what he did for the Hillsborough families. He visited every single one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is spot on. The incredible, amazing response that he had in taking on and shouldering that was
that's
incredible.
why Kenny, yeah, that's why whenever we do any of those things, Kenny is always my manager. You know, when we're picking Liverpool things, because he was my manager growing up. You know, India. I grew up in the, like, I was between 10 and, you know, between 8 and sort of 10 when all the Hillsborough stuff was going on. You know, like, so I remember all that stuff, and it was always Kenny at, you know, all the funerals, all that stuff. You know, you forgot he was even a football manager for a while. So yeah, player, manager, and then all that. Yeah.
I think the chat went with Milner, but it looks like, you know, Redbird is trying to sway them to King Kenny. A player that could have gotten a shout, possibly should be at least a candidate, was Hendo as well. Let's not. I'm not going to. I know that some of his choices towards the end of his career have certainly soured some people on his being a professional, if we're going to call it that. But the amazing stance that he took for during the pandemic, the amazing stance that he took for Black Lives Matter, the amazing, you know, like, as in being one of the first to really make sure that Black football players had, you know, knew that they had the support of their teammates and their brethren in the Premier League, which is important. He was one of the first to reach out for that, you know, whether it was for the actual NHS. He actually was a part of that initiative too. Go ahead.
No, so Mo, if you want to look at professionals, you know, if you wanted to look at someone else, look at Mo as well.
Mo, yeah.
The way he lives his life, the way he goes to training camps off his own back, the way he looks after himself, even when he's on holidays.
Yeah.
All of that. You know, we've got some top players like they've taken on, because we all said we were going to need a new Miller when Milner left. You know, and we thought Henderson be around for another year or whatever, he'd take up that mantle, but Henderson left as well. So, you know, I think maybe someone like Robbo then became more prominent, but he'd be another guy. You know what it takes to get to the level he's got, you know, starting off where he started off to get to where he's got. That's what I'm just saying. I'm not like putting Milner out. I'm just saying at the moment we're so lucky we've had a lot of really solid pros, no messers, you know, none of these idiots ending up in the front pages for the wrong reason. Real solid people.
And I think Liverpool fans, some of them take Henderson for granted in that way, where Henderson never, in all the years he was at our club, never ever really upset the energy there. You know, you weren't on the newspapers. Like, look at what's his name, Maguire at Man United. He got in trouble off the field on holiday somewhere, stuff like that. And I think, in Greece,
Still has to go to court for that order.
Yeah, and like Brian was on about Stanley Matthews, and I think the temptations nowadays in modern day football compared to them days is like totally sort of more treacherous now. It's like footballers, social media, this, that, and the other. I think Stanley Matthews had the lifestyle where he could be a top professional. A little bit easier in them days, I would say. I think they were sort of. I wouldn't say
less
they were
press,
crying.
less
Yeah,
media,
yeah,
but
as well.
harder,
Yeah,
harder to actually, in terms of medical science and all the facilities and all that, harder, I would have said. But in terms of being able to walk down, these days, yeah, it's a different planet. All that
yeah.
social media stuff and
Mm-hmm.
the money or whatever, but they were famous people as well. But I get what you're saying. But to me, I would have, on the balance of it, I'd say still harder, but easier in terms of the lives they had off the pitch. Definitely,
Mm-hmm.
just being able to go home and live a normal-ish life, go out, just not be So yeah, that's interesting. That is interesting, actually.
Yeah.
Stanley Matthews, Ballon d'Or winner of 1956.
There you go.
There you go. All right, so I have Sir Stanley as Brian's pick. Make sure. I have Sir Stanley as Brian's pick. I have King Kenny as JK's pick. I have King Kenny again as the chat's pick. I think that was their pick, correct? Or am I wrong in that? Correct me if I'm wrong, captains of the chat.
No, they went Milner. Big.
They want Milner? Okay.
Yeah, Milner big time.
I'm going James Milner too. I was surprised the chat didn't go Hendo, to be honest with you, because I know Dustin's a huge Hendo fan. Yeah, Milner.
Maybe got 4 votes earlier on, and then they kept
Oh
talking
wow, yeah, that's big.
and other people. So that's all that happened. I was going with what they did earlier. So.
Yeah.
I got you. All right. I'm going to pick the number here. Let's go talking about professionals and talking about leaders and the like. So let's go for our Virgil van Dijk number.
Mm-hmm.
So footballer finisher. Mm-hmm. This is by far this is actually one of my favorite finishes, by the way.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite finishes. Especially by Bobby has a lot of different, like his finish against Crystal Palace when he scored the hat trick was beautiful too. But like this is one of my favorites.
Oh, that's prime Bobby. That's prime Bobby.
That clip there is Bobby in a nutshell, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Even Mane tried to copy him, his no look sort of goal. I think it was Mane or someone. Yeah.
Oh, did Mane did it? Yeah. Like the thing about the no look finish is that it's just
Diaz had one too this year too. Oh yeah, that's what was unique. Like, Diaz had that in the FA Cup game where we won, beat Arsenal. His finish, he did a look away on his finish, and it was unnecessary. It was certainly unnecessary.
It's always unnecessary. There's absolutely no point to do it. But the way Bobby used to do it, it's just he used to, like everyone can do it, right? It's unnecessary and it's funny. But when Bobby did it, it was just pure comedy. There's just something about his face, the way he used to do it. It's just he mastered it.
He mastered it. Yeah,
he absolutely mastered it. That's the perfect player to do it.
Arsenal really for life is saying Henry or Young Owen. Keep it real is say Van Nistelrooy. Dustin is saying Suarez.
Yeah, this is impossible.
This
is complete.
Yeah. Rude was also a sick penalty taker, as he was. I'll go first as I picked the category. I'm going to go with Suarez as being my finisher. I think Suarez had some of the coldest finishes. JK, do you have a candidate? While Dustin or Keep It Real work out who the chat wants as their choice. Some good choices too. Henri was an incredible finisher.
Okay. I'm going with Ian Rush.
Ooh, okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it counts.
I mean, like, technically, it is a no look because right when that counts as a no look. Yeah.
It's all for
I mean,
fun
he didn't go
anyway.
like this when he shot the ball. I get that, you know.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, it's a no look. The song's not perfect.
I mean, he's like literally looking away when he kicks the ball. When he makes contact, he's already like looking away. He's already starting to look.
Like, have a little peek.
Look to the crowd.
He has a little peek
because he's not.
Sure.
It'd be one thing if he was even looking at to see where the goalkeeper is. He's just like he's got no F's given on that one.
Yeah, like the no look is a joke. That's it makes no sense. Right? Or serves no purpose because you do look, but you look away as quick as possible to pretend that it's a no look.
Yeah.
Like a no look pass. When you're doing a no look pass, you look the other way. Half a second before you pass the ball. But with that, he's not going to take the piss. But that's just like he's trying to. Look, it's just like it's just the way he's doing it. It's just funny.
Yeah.
Oh man, how the hell do you pick the best finisher? Best finisher.
Yep, I know. El Nino's a shout. Fowler's a shout. Yep.
I'll go with my first one. My first one. I'll go with Marco van Basten.
Oh, okay.
I'll go with Marco van Basten. Yeah, even though there's so many other people.
Shearer, yep.
I'll mix it up. I'll keep it Marco. Yeah.
Okay, I got your pick in. I know. Holy shoot! I'm sorry, Dustin. I didn't think about that. We might have to put a round in there where we can go back and make one correction on a player.
Yeah, let's do that.
Considering that Dustin just brought up a really good point.
No, I'm hoping to still get him in a different way.
That's what I'm thinking.
Who's the chat? Dustin, keep it real. Who's the chat going with for your for the footballer finisher?
Suarez. Looks like Suarez.
Suarez is
the choice. Okay.
Yeah, Suarez.
Yep. The captain and vice captain have made their choices. Okay. I'm not saying who's the captain or who's the vice captain, by the way, but it's not. One of you's Virgil, one of you's Trent, so don't worry about it. It's not like, you're both great players, both good players, exactly. All right, JK, what number are you going to pick?
10.
10. Okay, so this is for actually like long shot, just as you're seeing right here. So when you say shooting, I'm meaning like having an actual like ability to shoot from like distance.
Yep.
What is your pick since you picked the card?
Suarez, bro, straight away.
Okay. And you haven't said Suarez yet? Oh wow.
I haven't got him yet, so perfect timing.
It's kind of interesting that like some of these players, despite that, to see some of these players get picked in multiple categories. You know what I mean? Shows the incredible talents that they had. Arsenal for life is saying Scholes. Okay. Brian, what was your choice?
Long shooting, yeah. I haven't left, so I think even though probably I could put other guys out there that I prefer, I think I'll go with Stephen. I'll go with Stephen Gerrard.
Mm-hmm.
Good pick. Good pick. All right. What's the chat going with?
One for Scholes, one for Roberto Carlos.
Gerard.
Did they not have Gerrard already? No.
I think they already have. Yeah, they had you guys. Stevie G's out because you guys. I mean, you put right. You picked him as your the right-footed footballer. Right foot.
We're going with Roberto Carlos. Even though
Roberto Carlos. Okay.
2 for Carlos, yeah.
Carlos. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Pirlo could have been used in this one again. Trying to look at my Pirlo could have been used. Van Persie could have been used. Wayne Rooney could have been used here. Look at some of the stats. Lampard could have been used. Oh, I know who I'm going with. Even though maybe I should. I think the last remaining categories aren't going to necessarily need this player, so I'll go with this player. I'm gonna go with Xabi Alonso.
That's mad. Because when I was thinking about Suarez when he used to score them long goals against Norwich, I remember Alonso did it a few times for us as well. I think against Luton he did it.
I think Xavi's got like, I want to say the most like other side of the half
inside his
goals.
Own. It's called
inside his own half. Yeah.
It's called they call it scoring from inside your own half. Is how you want to put it. Like that's so the most goals from inside his own half. And I know it's against Luton and it's against Newcastle. But the Newcastle one, yeah, the key, like it went in, but the keeper, he got it on target. The Luton one, both in the same season, I think. So it's hard. Yeah, it's hard.
Wesley Sneijder could have been used one too. The Dutchman Sneijder could have been used as well. But there are 2 other names that could have been used. Yaya Toure could have been used. I had him down on my list here.
Yeah.
Or even who else do I have on my list? Gareth Bale.
Yeah. Yeah.
He could have been a shout. Or even maybe Pogba. Would you say Pogba?
Yeah, he's all right. He's talking about Çalhanoğlu. Keep it real. Çalhanoğlu. Yeah. He's got a great free kick on him. I know that's up to the chat. I don't know who the chat are going for. Like I'm happy with Gerrard. I kept Gerrard.
Who you guys going with? Who you guys going with in the chat? Yeah. They already they picked Roberto Carlos. Yeah.
I don't know what.
All right. Brian, give a pick, and then we're gonna get the chat to get their pick in. Pick a card, Brian. Pick a card. 2, 3, 6, 12, or 15.
Let's go number 2.
2. Okay.
What have we got?
Okay. So these are you're talking about like ball control, dribbling. That's what constitutes under football skills.
Here we go.
Because I know we were asked it earlier. That's why. Just making sure.
Yeah. Now I got my guy. So now I can get that. Yeah. Now I can get Ronaldo in. The real Ronaldo, Phenomenal. Yeah. That's who I've got from my skills.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. JK, it's up to you.
I would go with Maradona.
Okay, Maradona. This one is a difficult one to go with because like the chat's got a couple good names out there too. Chat's definitely got 2 players out there that are really, 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 really good. It would be difficult to pick between the 2.
Into your head, though. Just pick the first name that came into your head if you can't pick one, though. Whoever the first name.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Go with Ronaldo. Because if you start thinking about him, there's literally 20 guys out there that you wreck your head just trying to pick which one was better. So
Maradona came straight to me like bang. Yeah.
See, I've got Maradona. I've got his right foot. And I think if you haven't already
I'll bite off
yeah, you're not getting it, man. Well,
I'll give you his left hand.
I'll do a pony at the moment. Have we done left foot?
Let me double check.
No.
Let me see.
I don't think we've done left foot, have we?
We haven't done left foot, no.
No, yeah. So I know who
foot.
else I want for that. So I got the skills. Yeah. So I got to try to make sure.
So we got left foot left. We got headers.
We vote for Ronaldinho.
I got one on here for leadership. That's like leadership on the pitch.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
And then I have one in here for physique.
Let it be a surprise, bro.
Yeah,
I like when they come on the screen.
It's still a surprise. It's still a surprise. It's still a surprise. But I'll just tell you the last categories that are left at least.
All
right. So
they want Ronaldinho.
Ronaldinho.
Definitely. Oh yeah, what was the score in the England-Brazil game?
I do not know.
I'm not sure about that. I've got Germany against France. Wirt scored after like 15 seconds, so it's 1-0.
Yeah, Lee is just in.
1-0
to Brazil. 1-0 to Brazil.
They won 1-0.
Normally, I don't really say about scores because sometimes people like to watch the game later, so I don't really say scores.
Oh yeah, no, I don't either. Yeah, I don't either. I usually like hold off on that so that people can, in case people want to watch it. I know some people get so angry when they see that kind of stuff that they like that they'll like leave.
Yeah, it's over, right? Yeah.
Shoot, man.
Did Joey Gomez play?
This is like shoot, man. I'm trying to think of like because I'm thinking like, is there anyone else I would change? Is there someone here I want to change? Oh man, because it's almost like I already went with Ronaldo, so I'm gonna have to go with
The thing is gone off.
I'll go with R9 actually, because I feel bad that I didn't freaking pick him on anything. I had him as R7 as my first pick. All right, I'm gonna go with R9. So R7, Maradona, Ronaldinho, and R9. Who's the? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Brian.
The thing has gone off the screen. The numbers, the board. The thing has gone off the screen.
Oh yeah. I'll bring it back up as well. We have 4 categories left. I pulled it down so that I wanted to make sure what category we had left. I didn't want anyone to see what the choices were. So We have 4 categories left, four cards left. Chat's pick to pick the card. What number are you picking, Dustin? Or keep it real? Which number are you guys going to pick? And the anticipation is killing all of us. Number 6. Okay. Heading ability.
Got their fault.
Yeah, heading ability.
Heading ability. This is a good one.
That's a good one.
This is a good one.
Who would you want as your? I think we had this conversation before, didn't we? I think we had a conversation. We brought this up one time. We were talking about like because we were talking about Andy Carroll, and we were talking about his ability to be a very good in the air.
It was about Carroll and Crouch, and I was saying Carroll was famously, in my words, a wonderful header of the ball. He was a brilliant header of football, whereas Peter Crouch was incredibly tall and famously wasn't very good at heading a football. I thought that was just a known thing. Even Peter Crouch used to come out and say, "Yeah, I wasn't a great header," but some people disagreed and said, "No, Crouch was a better header of the ball than Carroll," and I was like, "Yeah, no." To me, Carroll, that was one thing. That guy was almost like when he got a leap on you. He was like, it was like a special teams weapon kind of thing. You're unstoppable. But yeah, I'm going with Miroslav Klose.
Oh wow, good shout.
Yeah,
good shout.
Scored 5 goals at the World Cup in 2002, I think, was it? All 5 of them were headers. No, man, I'm not. R9 is R9. He's already in my team. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to get. You have to. Yeah, you got to think. You want to get some of these players in before like some of the weaker categories come up. Yeah. 2010 World Cup.
2010
I have
World Cup.
Did I say 2010? Did I say 2010? No.
Was it
2010 World Cup? Yeah.
Closer.
2010 World
goals,
Cup.
all of them headers. Never been done before at the World Cup, and continued to score tons of. One of the best headers of the ball I've ever seen.
Yeah, 2002 was his biggest year. I had him down on the list. 2002, he was the first soccer player ever to score 5 headers during the course of a World Cup. That's incredible.
And look, and that's not even that should be the heading bit that should be ignored. He scored 5 goals at the World Cup. Very few people have ever done that.
Yeah.
You know. So to do all of it, but he kept doing that. Like, there's tons more out there, I know. But for me, again, he's like the first person I kind of think of a little bit. So for me, I that's who I'm going to go for anyway, because I think I'd be all right with that.
Okay.
In my overall build, you know what I mean.
Drogba could be a shout. I'm throwing out names to help out the chat too, or at least these are names that I had on my list here. Drogba could be a shout. Zidane could be a shout. We already had Miroslav Klose being a shout, obviously. In there for you. And what else I have on my list? A name that people might not remember too well, but I mean, he was a part of the 2002 World Cup. Let me double check. Heinrich Larsson.
Henrik
Larsson,
he's a legend, man. Henrik Larsson is a freaking legend. He's big. He's famous. He's very, very famous over here.
He ended up at United, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, especially because he was so big at Celtic. Like, everybody in Ireland worshipped Henrik Larsson.
Oh, okay.
He was unreal.
Yeah. Yeah.
He should have came to the Premier League earlier, I think.
Yeah, it was crazy. They got him for he cost them about 300 grand from Helsingborg. I think they got him for about 300 grand, and it was in the same season it was the same season that Rangers broke the Scottish transfer record, 12 million, buying Janag Fjortoft from Rangers. And he kind of half flopped up there, and Celtic brought in this Larson kid, and he just tore up the league for like 300 grand. It was absolutely crazy. He ended up, yeah, you're right. Like, he did join a little bit late. He ended up playing for Barcelona and played for Man United, but he could have been playing for Barcelona
much earlier.
6 years before he did.
Yep.
Crazy that how good he was, but a little bit of a late.
You know who
bloomer,
else?
maybe, but
There's a cult hero. I'm sorry to I didn't mean to step on your toes there.
no, you're good.
No, I was going to say there was it made me think of I'm looking at my list here, and one of the people I had on the list is a cult hero for some, depending on how you reference cult hero. He's obviously a Liverpool player, and he also does commentary, does more so punditry nowadays. I don't necessarily, maybe not necessarily commentary, because he doesn't necessarily like do the play-by-play or color commentator type thing, but he does do like the kind of like let's send it to the studio and let's get this guy's opinion type commentary. I think those are called pundits, right? That's what
he's a pundit, exactly.
Yeah.
A pundit is an ex-player.
Yeah.
Basically, if you're an ex-player and you're in the studio and you're not on co-com, that makes you a pundit, definitely.
Yeah.
So
this is a former Liverpool pundit that I thought could have been on the list. And that would be, if you want to take a guess real quick, you can. If you guys want to. Cult hero, one of those names on that cult hero list. Liverpool player, one of the names on the cult hero list that you think I would have had as a actual good candidate for the heading category here.
Morientes?
No. You want to take one?
Crouch,
take a stab, JK?
Morientes?
Crouch?
No. I heard you, Brian. No, that wasn't who I was thinking of.
On American
I was
TV?
thinking, yeah, he's on American TV. He is on American TV, but he's.
Oh, okay.
But he's. I mean, like I see him on American TV, but I think he does do other broadcasts in Europe as well, possibly. He's a European player. I won't give too many hints, but he is a European player.
Tell us the country.
Yeah, right. Had one of the biggest heading goals for us, actually, header goals for us. 2005 Champions League. It was against Anderlecht. It was against Anderlecht. That's who he scored against, at least. All right. I'll just give it to you guys. I give it to you guys. You guys are like stumped, I guess. I was gonna say Luis Garcia. It's good.
Oh, Luis, but he's on American. Okay, I've never seen him on American TV.
Yeah. He's on ESPN FC a lot, actually.
Yeah.
Usually when they go to like. Go ahead.
No, I was thinking Neil Mellor, because I know he's on it, but you're saying he's European. Then I was thinking Pongo, but I was like, I know he's not on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only ones I know.
Garcia is on. He's on ESPN, and he does normally when it's dealing with like a Spanish player, or when it's dealing especially about Liverpool, or he usually is if it's not Stephen Nichols because Stephen Nichols is like the more like he does the in-house comment. He's like actually living here in America. But Luis Garcia does his punditry from his own little studio, and does his commentary.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Nicholas
Yep.
over. So what did the chat? What do we got?
Um,
Where are we going with this?
so yeah, so close. Who'd you go with, JK? And who's the chat? Dustin or Keep It Real? Who do you guys have as being your Bierhoff is a very good shout, by the way. He was on my list as well.
Yeah, okay. My choice is Ruud Gullit.
Oh wow, okay.
Remember that goal he scored in the? He scored this header once. It was just like a bullet. He was just like, he just went into it and he just went straight in. He was just like, yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
He was
That's what he said. That's how he said
he
it.
had dreads as well, bro. He had dreads as well. It was just like,
I know. So did Heinrich used to have dreads too.
Yeah.
Rijkaard had small dreads.
That's what that I know. That's kind of one of the reasons why I like them. But call me biased to my dreadlock wearing or my locks wearing brothers out there. But
I think
yeah,
they're either going Bierhoff or Hippia.
Oh wow,
I can't
okay.
tell.
Yeah,
They don't
keep it real. Keep it real or Dustin? He says Hippia. Okay. All right. Hippia it is.
Hippia. Yeah.
Bad. Like if I don't know. There's only like a couple more categories left, so I'm gonna probably have to put this player in now. I was gonna go Robin van Persie, but I'm gonna go Pele because I feel horrible not putting Pele in my Frankenstein creation. He probably doesn't come first to a lot of people's minds for heading, but if they're gonna go like, it's funny too. If you want defender, the defender I had was Puyol, Carlos Puyol, the Spanish player, the Spanish defender.
Yep.
What? All the same. What was the other number that they picked? Did they pick number 3 or something?
No, they only got one because there's only 3 left. They're
Yeah.
gonna go around once more between all of us.
Yeah. Okay, so then I'll go last, or I'll go last. But go ahead, Brian. You can pick.
JK's up. No, JK.
Oh, it's JK's up. Okay.
Okay, I'll go number 3, bro. 3 points.
Yeah. Left foot.
Oh.
Who has the best left foot? There you go.
Oh, that's a difficult one.
If you pick the category, you got your first on deck.
That's good timing. Have you got any names for me? I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. Left footers. Like Ryan Giggs was quality. Don't get me wrong, but I would never pick him. Like Salah, you know what? I want to get Salah in there somehow, so I'm going to just put him in there.
Okay, I'm pulling out my list here. All right, I know who I'm going with, but well, Maradona could have been a choice, but you already had him picked. Ryan Giggs could be a choice.
Bale.
Raul Gonzalez could be a choice. Roberto Carlos could be a choice. Maldini could be a choice. Ashley Cole could be a choice. I don't even want to say Evra.
Weird choice.
Yeah. A weird choice? Okay. Which one? Which one's a weird choice? Ashley Cole? You think Ashley Cole's a weird choice?
For best left foot. I mean, out of all the people you could have, I mean, it'd be weird to go with him.
Yeah. Would you say Salah is left-footed? It's like weird because he plays on the right all the time, Either him or Maldini. I want to get Salah in somehow, but Maldini is for me the best of the best left backs ever. I think.
Ozil. Ozil could have been a choice. A player that you could get in there that I definitely have as being a possible inclusion somewhere is David Silva.
Iron Robin.
Yeah, there's one. That's a solid one.
Yeah, he's quality. Ginola, was Ginola left-footed, or Chris Waddle was? I know Chris Waddle. Yeah,
I'm trying to think of. I had a player from. I'm looking for him. I had a player from Ajax that I can't remember who it was, but I had a player from Ajax on there.
If you guys aren't decided, I'll just go. My pick is
Adriano. Adriano could be one. Go ahead, Brian.
He's going with Messi, bro.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of obvious. I haven't used Messi yet either, so.
No, right.
You haven't used Messi?
I haven't used Messi as well.
I don't think. Wait, you know what's funny about it is this is the first time Messi has been nominated for any category, I think.
Yeah, everyone's waiting to use him.
Everyone's just waiting, aren't they?
I guess
could have got the skills one.
He could have got skills. Yeah. He could have got skills. He could have got finisher. He could have got brain. You know, like football IQ. Messi's a very smart player.
I went with brain, and then you said, "Oh, you might want him for something else later."
Yeah.
The only thing you couldn't pick him for was the defensive stats because he's a really good header of the ball as well.
Yes,
that's pretty much.
Yes, he is.
He'd be a top quality pick in pretty much everything apart from the defending, because he just does not defend. He walks on the pitch these days. So.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Messi then as well, bro. Yeah.
I mean, because Maradona is left-footed too. That could be a shout too. But I know Brian already used Maradona.
Maradona could use his right foot just as much. He scored
as his left. He's 2-footed.
Yeah, look at that goal he scored against England. He scored with his right foot predominantly. That's
Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos could have been used too. Like I said earlier, he's left-footed.
He's overrated as it.
Okay. How about Maldini? Maldini was left-footed.
Go Maradona if you want.
Cambiasso, Esteban Cambiasso.
They haven't picked Maradona, have they? Before.
I think they already picked Maradona, but I'll double check. No, they have not picked Maradona, so they can go with Maradona.
They want him. They want
Maradona.
Fine choice. It's a fine choice. JK, you went with Messi too, right?
Yep.
Okay, just making sure. All right. So Messi ran away with that category, by the way. He ran away with that category. All right. So I got 2 left. JK, I'll give you the honors.
No, I did the last one. It's your go, bro. Yours.
Oh, my fault. That's right, Brian. Brian, I'll give you the honors, Brian. Robin is a great choice. Robin. Excuse me. Robin is
the
Spanish cousin.
Yeah, Robin. Yeah. I guess.
I'm going 12. Number 12.
Number 12. Okay.
Yeah.
Leadership.
Okay.
Leadership.
Leadership.
Yep. Leaders. Leader.
Okay. Yeah.
And as you're being first, or you having picked the category, you go first, Brian.
I will say Roy Keane.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll go Roy Keane, definitely. Just the whole package there, basically. people. He went to war for people, and they went to war with him. One of those kind of guys. There's loads of these boys out there, but I've got to get some Irish representation in it. So I go with Roy Keane. But he's not just because he's Irish. I think he's
top.
If you're talking about leadership, I'd stand not just that either. Like Paul Scholes said, he was the best footballer he ever played with, not best leader or anything like best footballer he ever played with. Roy Keane. Paul Scholes said that. And he played with Ronaldo. He could have said Beckham. He could have said Ronaldo. He could have said Giggs. He didn't. He said Roy Keane. Just in terms of ability, passing, all that stuff. But especially like famously, as much I don't like, but that thing where he was sent off and he was yellow carded. He knew he wasn't going to make the final, and he dominated the semi against Juventus and won him the game and all that stuff. He has it all. So I'm not just picking him because he's Irish, but he's a strong candidate. So yeah. He's my guy.
Foyle is a good shout too. That is a good shout. Yeah. Beckenbauer could have been. I'm going to throw out some names just to give some people some ideas on the list that I had. Beckenbauer could be someone that you could put in here. Maldini again, I had on here for leader. Roy Keane, I had as I said earlier. I don't know if Arsenal for life is in here still, but I had Tony Adams as a choice maybe. Despite me hating the player, I have John Terry on here as a player. Johan Cruyff, right? Did I say his name?
Yep.
Ajax player.
Yeah.
Ajax, Barcelona.
I had him as a player on my list.
He was a footballer. He transformed.
Didier Deschamps. Didier Deschamps is a good football leader as well.
As soon as for us going right the way back, a lot of guys in our team. Kenny.
Yeah. King Kenny could be a shout too.
So.
You're gonna. So I have. Yeah. I'm gonna go with. I'm going with Gerrard actually. I'm going with as my choice for leader. I haven't picked.
Did you not have him for right foot? No, I thought you had him for right foot.
I don't think so. No, originally for right foot I had R7.
Oh. What's the chat going with there? What are they saying?
Yeah. And JK, what are you going to go with as well?
I'm going to go with
Pop. Pop is the choice. Oh,
in his mind's days.
Yeah. Right. Shoot.
For me,
I have one more question with this. That's cool.
I will go with Virgil because I realised since he's took up the captaincy role, he's sort of got back to his best.
His game is
I think he's shining since he's ever become captain and stuff. And the way we've come back in games, the way we've lost 5 games all season, in his first season as captain. So I can't really moan. And I like his leadership style. He's got he does it with class,
Yeah.
He's total opposite to Roy Keane, I would say.
Sackages. That's funny. Yeah.
Totally different to Roy Keane, but he's just a leader, He tells other people what to do. And I like that in him, in the way he does it. Virgil, yeah.
Okay. All right, so I got EBD. I put in Maldini for you guys for the chat. I'm going to stick with EVG for mine. And the last category, physique, body. Who's what players actually as in what would be the actual body that we use to put all these players' attributes in? You already used your Traore with the body with the baby oil.
Yeah. Oh, is it to me first? Is it?
Yeah. No, actually, no. It's me first because since I had I was left with the. I wasn't. I had to pick a category ball, but oh wow, that's a great shout. Mine is actually on the screen, so I picked Super Mario. I thought he was just an absolute beast of a man. But Phillips got a great shout. I mean, his name was well put. By the way, he was an absolute beast of a man. Henri, that's interesting. That's interesting. Arsenal for life. Okay. Thought you'd probably go with like Mertesacker or something like that. He's saying El Nino is the Hulk these days. Okay. Adriano, honestly, is saying, yeah. All right. I'm going with Super Mario. Brian, what was your choice? And then we'll go to JK while the chat figures out who they want.
Yeah. No, I was only messing around about now. I'm going to use. This is where I'm going to use Ronaldo.
Mo could be a shout. Mo could be a real good shout.
But if you want to know what I'm doing, like I said, I said earlier on I wasn't going to use him, but if this is why I was keeping him back, was to use Cristiano Ronaldo for this one, because if you want to build it all into a footballer, then yeah, he works for me. He's got the height, he's got the strength, he can jump, he can run. So that's why I didn't use him for anything else, because I only ever really wanted to use him for that, the fitness.
Okay.
So
JK, I have the chat's answer, and I have R7 as being Brian's answer. What would be your answer, JK, to finish this off?
Salah, bro, because look at the guy, man. He's ripped. He's got about 8-pack. You know.
Yeah.
And that's the discipline. Yeah. Like we was on about professionalism and everything. Salah is, for me, proper professional guy, and you can see it in his fitness levels. Never injured. Physique-wise, top. Maybe if he was a little bit taller, but maybe his size helps him in his game the way he plays it. You know, he's smaller, easier to get past people, maybe. But physique-wise, yeah, Salah.
Okay. If I hadn't picked him already, I probably would have picked Zlatan, but but
Ronaldo's a good choice.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Lee Wizkid says, "Are you lads all airing your man crushes here?" I got you. Yeah.
Not me, bro.
Not here. Not this. Isn't that? This is just a cadaver that we need to use to put these components in to do our Dr. Frankenstein.
Bro, I seen that question. I seen that question. I was like, "Do we have to?"
Yeah. I put down as being okay. For look at okay, cool. All right. I know I'm a little lagging here, so I'm going to take this down. Okay. Hopefully, I'm not lagging anymore. Hopefully, we're back to being able to hear each other.
Yeah, it's cool.
All right. So these are what the answers are for our footballer. These are what we have for it. I'll just go each individual. For Brian has a right footer being Maradona, as Rooney, as being defending, celebrations as Aspira.
Can we go?
Free kick. Go ahead.
No, and can you just go like left foot, right foot, like the kind of physical bits, and then do the other bits afterwards? So just build
Okay.
them as a player a little bit.
Okay. Okay. All right. Cool. In that case, you know what? Give me 1 second. I'll organize it because I just went through the way that we ended up picking the cards, so they're all over the place. Let me get
Don't
them.
make it difficult. Oh no,
Yeah.
don't,
Let me get.
no,
I
just
can
go.
arrange it. Give me 1 second. That's cool. Just give me 1
Just
second.
to sort of go, like the physical attributes first, and then the
Yeah.
mental attributes.
Totally.
Maybe second.
Hold on. So then, Igor, what were your thoughts about this process? How did you think that do you think that you left out, what were some names that you think that you left out that you're kind of like that you're surprised that you left out?
Well, no, I'm never really I know what these things are like now at this stage. There's always going to be like 7 guys that you're like, how do I not have him? And
Mm-hmm.
so I'm like, someone like Rude Hullet, someone like, oh God, like Romario, Ronaldinho, just, total legend, like loads of Liverpool players, like no Trent, no Bravo, no Virgil, no Mo. But yeah, I thought Rude Hullet would have ended up in there somewhere. No Zidane anywhere. Some of the best players ever, like. But mainly, I think the 2 I'm surprised I didn't get in would be Rude Hullet and Maldini. But yeah, it's just I was trying to plan ahead in it a little bit to see where I think I got what I needed. Yeah, I didn't get to put everyone in, but I didn't get stuck without being able to use someone. So,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get Seedorf. See, there's another one, and I didn't even get Pele into my guy. Or I did.
I felt like that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I
I
couldn't
did, yeah.
go. I mean, like this list wouldn't have been right if I didn't say Pele. To me, for me at least.
So it's it's impossible, especially when like you're my age and you remember players from the 90s. Well, because there
Sure.
was so many players in the 90s that were still are some of the best ever. Like some
I
of
think
those
it'll be.
guys.
I think it would have been interesting. We just used current players too. It would have been very interesting. We just used current players. What kind of like who would be like the ultimate player as well? Now that you just said that, because you're right. There's a lot of players throughout history that you could like easily say, oh, this player, that player, and then by expanding it so greatly, it ends up being such an incredible pool of list of players to choose from that who knows how and what selections you're going to end up actually taking. But I have it. I think I have it now pretty much ready to go for what you asked for. One more with this. All right, I have it ready. So I'm gonna do it as like actual body, like body parts. Even though, okay, yeah, I have actual body. Okay, so ready. So for right foot, I have, or Brian has Maradona. For left foot, he has Messi. For the body, he was going to use R7. For the brain, he was going with Beckenbauer. For pace, he was going with Adama Traore. JK had Stevie G for right foot, Messi for left foot. He had the body of Salah, the brain of Luca. And you want with Luca Matthews, right? And you had pace of Mbappe. The chat went with Stevie G for right foot, Maradona for left foot, body of Salah, Xavi for the brain, Darwin Nunez for the pace, I went with R7 for right foot, left foot Messi, which is that's kind of scary to tell you the truth. Imagine have a player with the right foot of R7 and the left foot of Messi. Balotelli was the body I went with. Luka Modric was the brain, and Torres was my pace merchant. So we are going to do an ultimate goalie show. I am going to do that. It's going to be interesting. I am going to do that. And let's see. So for the other qualities, I have finisher, header, defending, finisher, and sorry about that. I didn't make sure I have them in the right category here. Okay, so I have for Brian, I have finisher. He has expand this a little bit. He has Van Basten, right?
Yeah.
Marco Van Basten. JK went with Rush. The chat and myself all went with Suarez. For actual PK Taker, they had actually PK Taker should be up here. I'll move PK Taker up. For free kick, you had Juninho, Beckham, Ward Prowse. Brian had Juninho. JK had Beckham. I had the chat having James Ward Prowse. Was that the chat's? I think that was the chat's pick. I hope it was. And I had Pirlo. For long shot, Brian had Gerard. JK had Suarez. The chat had Roberto Carlos. And I had Xavi Alonso for long shot. Passing, JK had Iniesta. Actually, Brian, for some reason I don't have your selection in here. Who did you have?
Riquelme.
Who did you have? Okay.
Riquelme. Yeah, if you just do each one as a whole.
Oh, you just want to go across? Is that what you're saying?
I would say if you just build each one, like just read out each build. But no, it's nearly done.
All right. I got you.
It'll make more
sense.
Yeah,
then I'll do it again. Skill Merchant, you had R7. You had Roy Keane as your leader. You had Pirlo as your PK taker. This is for Brian. He had Stanley Matthews as your professionalism. You had Rooney as your defending, and you had Espera for your celebrations.
Oh, yeah.
JK had BBD as his leader. He had Lewandowski as his penalty kick taker. He had King Kenny as his professionalism. Bobby as his defending. Sturridge as his celebrations. He had Rush as his finisher. Beckham as his free kick. Long shot, Suarez. Iniesta as his passing. Maradona as his skill merchant. Again, he had right foot Stevie G, left foot Messi. He had his body of Salah. And Mateus, he had Mateus as his his brain.
Brain.
Yeah. And he had Mbappe as his pace merchant. The chat had Stevie G as their right footer. Left foot was Maradona. The body of Salah. The brain of Xavi. The pace of Darwin Nunez. Maldini as their leader quality. Romario for the pound cake taker. James Milner as for the professionalism. Tevez for the defending. Sturridge for celebrations. Finishing with Suarez. Ward Prowse for his free kick. Roberto Carlos for his long shot. Iniesta for his passing. And Ronaldinho for the skills set. And I had R7 for right foot, left foot Messi, Balotelli for the body, Luka Modric. I know I'm repeating some of these. Luka Modric for the brain, Fernando Torres for pace. I forgot to put in. I said that. I had Stevie G as leader, Zlatan for PK taker, Milner as professionalism, Benzema for defending, Bobby for his celebrations, Suarez for finishing, Pirlo for free kicks, Xabi Alonso for long shot, KDB for passing, and R9 for skill merchant. And I did forget to include heading. For heading, Brian had Close, excuse me, and Rude Gullet for JK, Hippia for the chat, and I had Pele for heading as well. So it's interesting, some interesting builds. Some very interesting builds. What I'm going to do is after we do these things, what I'll do is I will put like an actual diagram together. I'll put like maybe like just a body, just an outline, a silhouette of a body, and I'll put the actual names and faces to the corresponding body part that they would be going to. And I'll bring that back for a follow-up show so that everyone can have a visual of their actual players, so we can get a better visual of it. There's no app out there that I could do it from. So what I'll have to do is I'll have to like do my own little like Photoshop expedition.
Yeah, the thing you use, you can swap it around, and then. But if we all were to, if we were all to vote, we wouldn't be able to because we all just vote for our own teams. But maybe later on, when there's different people here, we can put them back up again, and people can vote on them.
Yeah, that's what I want to kind of do. I wanted to kind of like I would actually so that we could put up these candidates. Like this is like us building. So now we're gonna bring these. Now that we've done our doctor bit, we're gonna allow for them to go to the to their hospital room. They'll like kind of let the stitches heal, okay, and then and then we'll put them out on display, and we could vote on the individual, like the forward, the midfielder. We'll do a defender, and then we'll do a goalkeeper too. And if you guys want, I heard a shout too. We could even do a manager too if you wanted to do a manager as well. There's certain qualities of a manager I'm sure that are out there that we could definitely correspond towards. What would be the greatest conception of what a manager could be or would be. But yes, that's what we have so far. So I'll bring this back. I'll have the nurses make sure that the patients are taken care of, with the IVs and that they have the right television. They have the TV set to the Liverpool 12th Man show so that they can see us when we're live. I will definitely get them all displayed for you. I'm gonna again, like Philip. I'm speaking to Philip at least. He says we need to see each of them displayed. I will give them all displayed because I just made a spreadsheet, like a loosely put spreadsheet here. I don't think you guys want to see that little. I mean, it's kind of like all over the place. Let's see. Might as well do a groundsman. Yeah, there you go. You could do a ball boy or something like that. Ticket taker. No. They're all Frankensteins. They are. Go ahead, Bryce. Say what you want to say.
Tea lady.
Tea lady. Is there any? We did say there'd be one mulligan.
One change.
Yeah, one mulligan. Real quick, since we're at the 2:30 mark here. Is there any mulligan that you want to take out? Is there anyone that you want to say? Yeah, I think I'm going to swap that for something.
That's the thing.
JK, do you have? Mm-hmm. This is the last call for the chat. So chat, if there's something or someone of the names or the categories I just mentioned that you're just like, no, I still don't see that guy in that category. This is your or maybe as a name that just kind of like got mentioned for something else, but now that you hear it, you're like, oh, I need that guy for this or for that.
Yeah. No, I'm going to stick with mine.
You're gonna stick with it, okay?
Oh no, actually, no. I'll have to change two then. If I was going to change one, I have to change another one. But I'll leave it as it is then.
What is it? It's your world.
Well, I would change the right foot to R9, the original Ronaldo, and then change my passing to Gerrard.
Oh, you gotta pick one though.
That's the thing, because straight away passing Gerrard, right foot Ronaldo. Nah, well, I can't put Ronaldo as passing. You know, it wasn't really his forte. So I'll leave it as it is, bro. Yeah.
Okay. Are we? Looks like. Are you guys changing your body to Akinfenwa? Okay. Is that the choice that you guys want to make?
You don't have Roy Keane. I have Roy Keane.
Yeah. Red Burst is saying he would just take him out. I think literally take him out.
Oh, literally.
Yeah. All right, I have the chats changing their thing. I have that thing there. All right. Who is the player that or who would you like to do anything with? Or who would you like to change? Any player, Brian?
I don't think so. No, I'll leave it as it is.
Okay. No word. Oh no. I thought that was bold of you guys to take Ward Prowse. By the way, you guys, Ward Prowse is on free kicks. Didn't they already choose Roberto Carlos?
They have him in for
Roberto Carlos is on long shots. Yeah, he was on long shots for the chat.
So, for some reason.
What's that?
I think two. I reckon we should all get two changes because if you change one, you got to change another. Like me and the chat, they got a dilemma there as well. Like if I just change them two people, my team is perfect. But it's up to you guys.
I don't know. You might be on some medical malpractice suits if you're just like, oh man.
Brian don't want to change.
Brian
don't want to change. He's tossing it to me.
Yeah, right. I gotta take this right foot off. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't mind. Like I'm happy to leave mine where it is.
So. Happy to leave yours where it is? Okay.
But if JK wants to do something, if he knows what they are, do it straight away.
Yeah, we could be nice.
Nice one. Okay, then
Ward Prowse for Carlos. They would need someone. If I took out Ward Prowse, then that would mean that you would need a long shot. You need someone for long shots for the chat.
I think they said Gerrard, I think.
And they already picked Stevie G for right foot. So then you'd have to find someone else for right foot. So
then they want to change it. They want to change Ronaldo in for Gerrard. So
I'm a man of the people, but come on. Yeah, so Brian's staying pat. He's staying pat. Doctor thinks that he's done his work of perfection.
JK, you're switching.
I'm switching the right foot from Gerrard to R9.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then passing. And then the passing Iniesta to Gerrard. Yep.
All right.
That's a perfect team right there. Perfect guy there.
All right. It's locked and loaded. Who's the chat doing for long shot? If you're gonna do Roberto Carlos, since we let JK do two, you can move Roberto Carlos to free kicks. That means Ward Prowse is out. You still need someone with a long shot. Yep.
Ward Prowse is much better free kick than Carlos. Carlos wasn't that good at free kick. So,
yeah, that's a very interesting. Yeah.
He's just famous for a couple of
I put in the body change too. That is your two choices. All right, you guys gonna have to stick with Ward Prowse. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Total change. They're changing half the team. You know.
They're changing half the after like the patient woke up and was like, "Wait a minute, I thought surgery was over. What are you doing? What are you doing?"
No, hang on. Banging him on the head to knock him out.
They're cloning him now. They want.
I know.
Clothing footballers.
Yeah, I changed the body. That's one change, and that is about it. Gerard for long shot. If you do, yeah, it's always corruption in the chat. You guys are moving like the PGMOL out here. Moving like bar. Oh man, I think we're gonna have to. I did the body change for the chat. I think. I think I'm good with all my choices as well. I think I'm gonna stand tall with my choices. It's so weird because I know what it's so crazy because for instance for skill merchant, there were so many players that you could have picked for skill merchant.
That's the problem, and the same guys are also going to be your right foot, left foot, free kick taker types as well. So
yeah,
you don't spread it nicely. But even when you do, there's still two guys sitting there going, how can you not pick them? But just even for the free kick takers or penalty takers, anything like that. I think they stand. I think there's enough mixture between them. I think JK's gone heavy on the Liverpool. I tried to go a little bit more older and more European. So, and yours is a mix of the others, and so is the chat. So at least they're four very different, but they're all in. We all have some of the same players, but a lot of the times they're doing different things. So, I'm surprised nobody got Ronaldo for heading, to be honest.
No, that was on my list. That was definitely a shout. That's definitely a shout. I just felt that's why my point is it. What's crazy? It's once we started getting, into the 7, 8, 9, 10 cards already picked. There's only 3, 4, or 5 different categories left. That's when I was I still haven't picked Pele. I haven't picked. I wanted to pick Ronaldinho. I hadn't picked R9 until very late. So I was just I felt really I was these players I have these are the players I have to figure out one way or another. I have to figure some spot on this body that's going to correspond to their attribute. You know what I mean?
The thing is, I've gone with my Liverpool players, but I've also got the best players of all time: Ronaldo, Messi, Maradona, Hullet. So I've got the big dogs in there. I mixed it up a little bit.
I don't know, man. I don't know if you want R9's body as for the body.
I got that not, bro.
Yeah, R9's body was not.
He was always big. Yeah.
He was a big dude, but he was just he was never cut. He was never he wasn't menacing as he's. I mean, he was a solid frame. Don't get me wrong, but it could have also led to a lot of the reasons why he broke down so often.
Could be.
But his kneecap, when he was injured at Inter, his kneecap literally exploded. The doctors and not the doctors at the time said they'd never seen that kind of thing happen before. What happened to his knee, and they were talking about whether he'd walk again. So he
did.
He came back from that. But he's not someone that. Yeah,
I just meant even when he was healthy, though. Even when he was healthy, his body wasn't necessarily some Adonis style. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't it was some menacing body shape.
Yeah. No, he was big, but he was incredibly powerful. You couldn't push it he would have been. He looked heavy. He always looked heavy. Yeah, he didn't look like an athlete, but the power and the pace he had. But yeah, he was the size of his legs. He was born that. Yeah, it was. He could take 6 weeks off and he'd probably look fat. That's the way he was built. So yeah, unfortunately for him, the knee just couldn't take it. All the other stuff couldn't take it. But
Yeah.
prime him for 2-3 seasons, that's just unstoppable, like something from a different planet. That guy.
Mm-hmm. I'm just giving a shout out to Redbird D9. Thank you for the compliment on this episode. We're about to land it right here. It says Keep It Real says I'll read off some of these comments as well before we touch down. But I had the landing gear out, by the way. Keep It Real says goes R9 for right foot and still you're still making this. You're still making.
No, they know they're wrong.
R9 for right foot and Stevie G for left for long shots. We are done. No more changing.
You change it for him, man.
Oh my gosh.
No, you should change it for him, I reckon.
That's 3 changes then they're getting.
Oh,
I
you know what it is? There's more people. There's
Already
more people though. Because there's more people, they're going to be.
But they agreed on it earlier on.
I'm like their lawyer. They want me to be
the
manager.
I know.
They want me to be the manager.
Ryan's right. JK's like, it's like, you know, when you go to your mom, you're like, oh, you know, you go to your dad, and your dad's like, your mom, your dad, your mom's like, oh, let him have the chocolate, and the dad's like, no, they've already had it. They've already had two bars of chocolate. No more chocolate.
People got to be happy, bro.
yeah, I got you. Yeah.
I thought they had 2. No, but I thought they've had 2 already. I thought they had Akinfenwa and something else.
Yeah, they did. They had the body. They wanted to get the body, a different body shape.
Okay.
I don't even remember.
Well, if they know,
they
know immediately what they want, they know immediately
Yeah.
they want Akinfenwa for body. They want Ronaldo to go on right foot and Stevie G on long shots. Right, that's what they want.
Yep.
Cool. Okay, if that all fits, right? So they've gotten rid of Roberto Carlos altogether.
Yeah.
They're not getting rid of him as well. They're not getting to change James Ward-Prowse. So they still have James Ward-Prowse.
No, Ward-Prowse stays. Ward-Prowse stays. That stays, man. Yeah.
He said it earlier on. He said that's all they want.
Yeah, that's it. And remember that I did this for you guys. You know, I don't want to be thrown. Sometimes every once in a while I have to chat throw me under the bus. So just making sure. You remember who was your guy.
We know you do have Akinfenwa. You do.
Yeah, I put him down. I got R9 as right foot and Stevie G as long shot. How about that?
Yeah, because if you're changing, they want to change Carlos for Ward-Prowse now. They did. So that's 4.
No.
So then they're
getting I'm gonna be stern on this one. I was giving you guys credit. I mean, like what Brian said about James Ward-Prowse is spot on. Like, as in, you know, when we were in the rumors of going for him possibly, you know, the only major quality that made me even consider it was his free kick taking ability. I get that, you know, that's not something that you would go all in for a player simply because of that quality. But I was saying that was one of his definitely one of his best talents, you know, that you could put for him of being able to contribute to the play.
Yeah, he's
all right. So what I'm
special teams.
Huh?
He's almost like a special teams player, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
But he's perfect for it. Yeah, he's so good at that any team like at that level, like West Ham. Because he's also good. He's also a good player as well, so he can play for West Ham, and then they have that ability. But he at a team like Liverpool, he'd forever be on the bench.
Yeah,
be almost, you know, can we just bring him on to take this free kick?
Yeah,
you know, but yeah, it's unfortunate. If he was a little bit better, he'd be £200 million player.
Yeah,
his ability from a dead ball is just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm looking at my picks here. I'm good with my picks. All right. So what I'm going to do, like I said earlier, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put together. We're going to come back and do this episode again. It'll be a lot quicker, I guess you could say, next time, because I know this is like for the first time whenever we go through things, sometimes it takes a little bit longer. We kind of like fine tune it. We'll make it like we'll fine stream the approaches and everything else for it. But like I thought it was I had a fun time. I hope that you guys did. I hope the panel did as well. I thought that. Go ahead, Brian.
Always fun.
Yeah. And I thought like I said, what I'll do is I'm gonna take all the choices. What I'll do is I'll take obviously I'll take the I'll construct the body here and make a diagram of all the players that you guys chose, and I'll put the corresponding category as to what it is. If it's not an actual left foot, right foot type, the body position, the body things are easy. Left foot, right foot, body, head, that kind of deal. But when it comes to actual, finishing everything else, I'll put the pictures and the names of the players, and we'll all see. We'll have 4 different players, and we'll get to pick who is going to make it to that next round or make it to the final team out of the 4. And then we'll also do a midfielder, and we'll also do a defender, and we'll also do a goalkeeper. So I guess that means we'll have at least, this is going to become a series, I guess, the Frankenstein series, we can call it, Dr. Frankenstein series. Sound good?
Yeah,
It's good.
Yeah. Or we can call it like what was the television show Grey's Anatomy? We can call it Res Anatomy, maybe. Call it that.
Cool.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Right. So, all right. So with that said, I'd like to thank everyone in the chat for helping me out with this. I think it's going to be, again, I think it's going to be a lot of fun to see what this actually comes out to be. To the panel, of course, as always, thank you for your contributions and everything that you guys bring each and every time. Spot on deliveries and really great knowledge of these players and different aspects of the game that some of us might not have put some of these players in, but it's always good to be reminded of it. So I'll let Igor go first. Igor, do you want to say anything to the chat or to out there as your last words before we allow for them to go on to their final destinations if it's not here?
Don't try this at home.
Brian with the fine words of advice. Just like he is definitely like you might not have any children, but that's a fatherly style advice right there. Yeah.
Don't go chopping people up and turn them into better people. Just leave people alone.
Yes, certainly not. Oh man, was it Dr. Monroe? What was that show? Dr.
Monroe.
Is that what it's called? Right, it was a movie, right?
Yeah.
With
Marlon Brando.
Marlon Brando, exactly. Yep. JK, what would you like to say as your final parting words to the chat, to the Mighty Red Army out there, and just in general, what would you like to say?
No, I was just saying it's a good show. It shows like when you reminisce about the old players.
Mm-hmm.
There were some good ones, but I think the big names like your Maradonas, like Messi and Ronaldo, for me may be the last big names we get. Like Haaland is good, Mbappe is, or they're both top players, but I don't think they will ever reach the Maradona, Pele, these type of guys sort of status. I'm not sure, but it was fun doing that show. Fun.
Yeah. I'm sure if there's. Okay, go ahead.
I just wanted to say that I was watching the Legends game today. I enjoyed that game more than I watched the whole season. Like this season's been sort of stressful, Klopp leaving and every game sort of like we come back. But watching the game today and we still come back, it was like a Liverpool thing. We were losing 2-0
Yeah.
and we came back and stuff. But it was nice just watching, like seeing Gerrard and everyone, but playing again, Torres. It was cool.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch it, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Dustin says Legends game had everything. Yeah, I'm excited to watch it. I'm definitely give it a watch. I would say tomorrow. I'm not certain if I'm able to do a show tomorrow, because I'm definitely going to be partaking in the U.S. men's national team is playing in a final tomorrow against Mexico. So it's a pretty big matchup. It's going to be one that I'm just going to keep it 100. I mean, like, we've been playing well against Mexico, but we certainly are struggling with our form somewhat. It's for the Nations League Cup, basically, title. So we've won it twice before, but this will be our third time if we can win it for a third time. And but Mexico was veered up. Plus, the one thing that you probably don't necessarily go through, whether it's Ireland, whether it's Germany, whether it's England, something that you probably don't have to go up against, because of our close proximity to Mexico, because of there is a very big Mexican fan base within America still, even though they are Mexican Americans, they still represent for Mexico. So a lot of these games, sometimes when we play closer to the border, tend to be almost like away games for us, which is like
kind of. Yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah, I've seen those things where it's like 70% Mexican fans in games
easily
down in that part of the world.
Yep, and it doesn't matter if it could be. We played at the Rose Bowl, for instance. That's like I think the Rose Bowl is like close to almost like 100,000, something like that. I think it's like 100,000 for the Rose Bowl. Let me double check. And then like we played at the Rose Bowl is it's close to 100,000. You can fit. The biggest crowd ever was 96,371 people. It's a big place. That's in California. We're playing at the game is going to be at Dallas Cowboys, the Dallas Cowboys Stadium. Let me see. And I think it's a huge stadium too.
Yeah, I think the World Cup final is going to be there. Yeah?
It's called AT&T Stadium. But their biggest stadium, 105. The biggest stadium they ever had was 2009 for an NFL game, for a regular season NFL game. They fit 105,121 people into that stadium.
Whoa,
it's big.
Is that where the World Cup final will be?
Cowboys.
Yeah.
I don't. You know what? I don't know. Is that where we're having the World? I hope not. I think the World Cup final. I think it's going to be in New York, actually, or technically
New Jersey,
York.
maybe.
It's New Jersey.
Yeah.
It's New Jersey, but but New York claims New York teams play there, but it's a New Jersey stadium. Just so you know, represent NJ. It's Giant Stadium. I think they're having that Giant Stadium. I want to say.
Okay.
Yeah. It's New Jersey. I remember.
Yeah. I don't know if any other channel is going live right now. I haven't had, normally I'll get a post of X so-and-so is going live in 30 minutes or something like that. But I don't know of any of our Reds community that I would recommend that I know that is going live right now. But yeah, so that game is tomorrow, Sunday. It's going to be a big, big game. We had an incredible win against the Reggae Boys, which was I didn't even understand. We shouldn't have won that game, to be honest with you. But we ended up doing it. Haji Wright, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm surprised JK didn't mention him.
I I was waiting for
But
him to do something tomorrow.
yeah, man, I was disappointed. It was so disappointed. I put a nice little wager down on the game. I picked. I had this game being 3-1, and the game went full. So if you put a wager down, sometimes if you have, it's the full 90. It's not if it goes to extra time technically, or if it goes into, so like I had the right score, I had the right team winning, I had all that stuff, but because it ended up being in extra time, I didn't get it. Wah, wah, wah. I had 3-1 as the final score. I had the win on there, and I couldn't get Haji right. I was trying to get Haji right on there too as a pick, but it locked out the goal scorers for some reason. It wasn't letting me pick goal scorers. So but he had 2 goals, 2 big goals, and I'm hoping that Haji Wright can actually continue that form when he goes to Wembley and meets those Red Devils.
Exactly.
It's definitely something to keep your eye out on there for people. Let's get that into the universe as being like, this is Haji Wright's time. But all the same, I hope so too. I appreciate everyone again. Landing gear's down. I know that we've already touched down. We're sitting there waiting for the doors to open, and I'm still sitting there talking on the loudspeaker here. So
Just quickly, one of the lads was asking there what the GAA stadium in Dublin holds 100,000 people. That's Croke Park. That's where they play Gaelic games. Where they don't allow football to play. They only play Gaelic football and hurling there. They've allowed a few things in the past, but it's 80 odd. It's about 83, 84, 82, 83,000. Not 100,000, but it's absolutely massive. That just shows you, like, when people talk about what sports are popular in Ireland. Like, the football stadium is nowhere near that. Like, they've got an 80,000 seater stadium in Dublin for an amateur sport. It's an amateur sport. There's no paid professionals in GAA. You can't get paid to play it, but you can fill an 80,000 seater stadium up in Dublin, and the football you might get 30,000 to go and watch football.
Is Aviva Stadium the second biggest stadium, or is that the biggest? Is that the biggest football?
That's where we play. That's where
soccer related stadium in Dublin.
Yeah, that's where we play. Yeah, that's where they play soccer. Yeah, Ireland. That's the Aviva is, and they play rugby there as well and stuff. But yeah, the GAA won't let people play other sports in their stadium, especially not what they consider the English. Like, football is soccer is the English game, so they don't. There's a ban. There's a ban. You can't play anywhere across the country. In every town and every city has GAA pitches, Gaelic pitches, hurling pitches, and it's banned. You're not allowed to play soccer, as they call it, because we call it Gaelic football, so they call it soccer. You can't play. It's literally like you'd be run out of town if you tried to play a football match on it. So, but like I say, it's an amateur sport, and they have an 80,000 seater stadium in a country that only has 3.5 million people. That just shows you how big it is. It's absolutely crazy. And you can put on big concerts there and stuff. That's where all the big concerts go, is Croke Park. I think it's 80,000 at least.
That's very incredible. I put no. Oh my goodness. All right. Before Tracy starts throwing things, looking for her vase of flowers. I'm gonna bid adieu. Everyone, open up those doors. Tracy's here. Open up those doors.
Run.
Aviva Stadium in Dublin, 51,700 capacity. Very close to 52,000 capacity. Big stadium. Beautiful stadium, though. Very beautiful stadium.
I've been there, man. It's a kip. It's horrible. It's
Oh
really
no.
not nice. No, it's not. It's really
Ooh, wow.
basic and no, it's not a comfortable place. It's one of those things that
Wow.
when you take a drone shot of it or you see it from, looks nice from the outside, like all those stadiums do, but on the inside, it's just concrete steps, slabs.
Okay.
It's not pretty. It's not a nice place, especially if it's cold. Yeah, I watched the Legends game there. It was one of the worst nights of my life.
Oh
Um,
wow.
yeah, it was awful. Like just sitting there, I couldn't wait to get out of
That's
there. Game was
that's
horrible. The
unfortunate to
weather
hear.
was horrible. Oh, the game
Oh
was
wow.
really bad. It was a really poor game. It was like watching 20 guys who were really out of shape trying to play five-a-side for the first time in 6 months in
Oh
their
wow.
50s.
Okay.
Yeah, it was really poor. There was nothing to really get into. I can't even remember who it was. Well, they're playing Ireland. It was Ireland Legends versus Liverpool Legends.
Hmm.
So obviously they were doing that thing where like Ronnie Whelan and Robbie Keane both played for both, did a half for each team. McAteer played a half
Oh
for
okay.
each,
Yeah. Sure.
all this kind
Hmm.
of stuff.
Hmm.
But yeah, the quality was really, really poor. But yeah, it was really cold, and it was a place where people kept walking past, so your view is really restricted if people want to be coming and going.
Oh wow. It's not a.
Yeah,
This isn't exactly a sell. This isn't exactly a selling
yeah,
piece.
yeah. They're not. It's not nice. They're just plastic seats in a concrete bowl.
Yeah, I'm
Concrete.
showing it on the screen right now.
Yeah,
Actually, let me see if I can get it a little better. I mean, it looks like a nice stadium. That's unfortunate that it's not this
yeah.
that you're
If
putting it.
the sun is, but it's when you think about it, you're basically sitting on a plastic seat in a concrete bowl. It's nice to look at. It's
Yeah,
nice to
yeah.
look at, with the sun is shining on the pitch and all that. But actually, being there, it's not fancy. It's really pretty Spartan. It is what it looks like: steel, concrete, plastic. Probably what I imagine a lot of places are now. But yeah, when you
It
the
does
way they
look like a roller coaster. Lee Wizkid's right.
yeah,
It does. It looks like if this was if this stadium was in Vegas, you probably would have a roller coaster on the top
yeah,
on the top layer there. As the game goes on, you can ride the roller coaster while the game was going on, or maybe after every goal, the roller coaster would come along.
the only thing about it is, and it's the same at Croke Park. Like if someone was to drop you into kind of the middle of Dublin City, you could walk to it. Like you'd be better off in a bus or a tram, but you could walk to it. It's pretty much in Dublin City. It's not one of those
Mm,
stadiums that's like 6 miles from the city or anything like that.
uh-huh.
And it's same with the other one. Like they are really close. That's
Hmm.
only one of the things about them is they're right there and stuff. But yeah, you wouldn't want to spend a day there and do the tour. It's like
Hmm.
fine. But yeah, that game was so bad. Man. But anyway, anyone that's going there will have a great time, I'm sure, for the
Yeah,
Europa League final when we inevitably get there.
yeah.
So
All right. Well, we'll talk more about it. We're at the 3 hour mark. I know we're not going to do an hour. We're not going to do an hour question session. We'll have one of those. I'm down to have that. We'll have we'll have maybe we'll have like all questions from the chat session where you can just ask your questions and we'll do our best to as a panel to answer whatever you have to ask. But I would like to say at this time, please do remember it's the weekend. So hey, if you're going out there to have some fun, or if you're just going to be sitting at home, whatever you're trying to be doing, please do be sure to take care of yourselves so that you can take care of your loved ones. That's important. So taking care of yourself so that you can take care of those loved ones is important because life is precious and we all have to make the most of what we have and appreciate the time that we have to share it with those people. And it makes it an honor and a privilege to be able to share it with you guys in the chat, especially the panel as well, because they take their time to be a part of this. And, despite us being on the opposite sides of the world, we still take time for each other to show that our true love for our red brethren out there. So I appreciate you, JK. I appreciate you, Brian.
Bless, bro.
And I would like to say, of course, the Mighty Red Army, I appreciate all of you as well. But until tomorrow, possibly. Okay, it all depends. Again, I have to definitely see, but we'll work something out maybe because I definitely want to be at the U.S. men's. I'm going to go out to watch the U.S. men's national team. Hopefully win and not get their butt kicked against the out of the 100 and some odd thousand fans that are going to show up, the 75,000 Mexican supporting fans out there, I'm sure, because that's what it'll probably be. It'll be like 70-30 or something like that. Unfortunately,
that used to be like when Liverpool were really successful in the 80s, 90s. Every away game would be Liverpool, like a lot of Liverpool fans there. If they're playing Leicester away.
Oh, yeah.
Probably 50-50. And that's football,
it matters. Yeah, it completely matters. Because it is like that. That's the reason why sometimes people go, why are you playing in Minnesota? Or why are you playing in Colorado? Or why are you playing in like Portland? I'm like, You want to ask that question again? We're trying to have a home game, not an away game. But all the same. Big up to everyone. Big up to all you guys. Keep that notification bell on, please. Please share this if you can. It really does. It does the world of difference for us. There's no obligation, but I really do appreciate it. It doesn't take anything. All it takes is to push the button, click, share it with your friends, share it with your family. But until then, I bid you all adieu. Peace and love.